Yeah. Can you
Okay,
please
well,
check
let's
and see
see.
if Vlad hit a dinger?
He did not.
Fuck. He's still 2 dingers away. Okay. Yeah.
And we're live with your man BJFF and Johnny Anchors talking about sports.
And we do the sports. We talk the sports. Cheers, Sober October episode.
Sorry,
Another coffee.
didn't open my tea. Cheers.
Beautiful. Sweet, sweet beauty of coffee at 9 p.m.
You're crazy.
That's just kind of what I'm into though. I mean, I stay awake no matter what. I don't need any extra help, but I don't think coffee really does it for me. It's just to kind of keep me level
Five
with
fucking viewers right off the
everything
rip.
else. Shout out
Nice.
to viewers. Make sure you put in the chat, especially if you're a part of either fantasy league that I am in. Talk shit about my team in the RFFL. Talk shit about where I put you in the power rankings for the DGen League. I think I'm a pretty fair grader. I even demoted myself this week, BJFF, because I lost by a whopping 1.4 points to Wambulance. And I mean, I felt like I was a little hard on myself. Still number one points for in the league. Still got the four horsemen that are healthy. I mean, I feel as if I just kind of overcorrected a little bit for the sake of everyone else stop giving me shit about putting myself number one. But that's just me.
I still think you're fucked.
So you've had quite an elaborate trade schemes. You're kind of like loading up for next year's draft.
I'll
It
tell you my
seems
strategy.
you're
Right
getting
off the rip.
younger. You're getting younger.
So my strategy is I don't watch enough college football in order to know who these fuckers are.
Me neither.
So I think that if I get enough along in the season to where I
Hmm.
can start selling my older guys for a premium price because they're producing, sell all my picks, I can get the people that are already tried and true, that are already in
Okay,
lineups.
that's
So if I
true.
just do that for a few years, I
Yeah,
think I'll be all right. I mean,
that's the Mike
I
again method is
traded,
to sell the future and get trusted guys right now.
yeah, like I'll get a 24, 26-year-old. Is that you or me? That's me.
Oh, you got us on there.
Yeah, I got
Well,
us
that's
on.
quite that is quite the lead.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? But yeah,
Anywho,
I think that if I sell my future, supposedly sell my
mhm.
future picks for tried and true to already established guys, how can I go wrong?
No, it's a good method. Real quick,
As
free
long as we
plug, do
don't
it every
die
episode.
a little bit big.
Lucy Breakers. Lucy
Always.
Breakers, ladies and gentlemen. Free plug. Absolutely delicious. I go the 8 milligrams. They offer them 4 milligrams. Very rare. Hit me up to find out where you get them. Yeah, I like your method. I also just like having a little bit of fun in the rookie draft every year. So, like, if you look, I just traded away another third round pick. So I am down to one fourth round pick for the draft next year.
You got
So
one guy.
I'm gonna be moving pieces probably in the off season leading up to the draft. If if there's the right value there that I think I can get a certain guy coming out of college. I honestly don't look like you said. I mean, I watch college football, but not nearly as knowledgeable about it anymore as I once was. And I'm kind of all NFL now. But every year around like March, like leading up to the draft, February, March, like the actual draft, the NFL draft, I'll start watching these people on YouTube that really break it down. Like there's really good people that just watch nothing but football film. And they just come out with different projections,
So you
rankings.
take somebody else's research and use it as your own, technically?
No, I watch. I mean, I do my own research, but I do it through their videos. I don't always agree with what they're saying. Like I'll be watching the guy's tape because you can watch anybody's highlight tape. That'll take you a fucking while. And also, everyone's highlight tape is out to make them good. These guys will point out the flaws and they'll point out, what kind of player it'll be. I mean, again, I'm in a different league that does the draft, the rookie draft before the actual NFL draft. So that's why I do that much. Like, okay, you really have to get the player right. And in years prior, I hit it with fucking Brian Thomas. Well, Brian Thomas Jr. is having a bit of a weird year this year, but in their rookie years, Jaden Daniels, Brock Bowers, Brian Thomas Jr. And now they're all sophomore slumping. So you can hit it out of the park with a rookie draft if you get the right picks. We draft after you even know where they are. So, I mean, at that point, you have all summer to look and see what these players are about to be for their respective teams. So you have time. You don't have to necessarily even watch college football.
I
You
don't watch
just do a little
preseason.
homework before.
Don't even watch preseason. You know what my homework
You don't even
before
have to
is?
watch the games.
Who's the top 100 right now that I should draft? That's my homework,
Well,
and they do that on
do you
the app.
do you think? I mean, you had a pretty good year one, but do you think that's gotten you in a good place now? Could be in the
Right
future if you're
now,
getting
yeah,
true
I think I'm
players.
I think I'm in a alright place right now after this last week of trades and stuff. I
You
think
have
it's a bullshit rule that I can't move a fucking person down to my
okay, so
practice
let's
squad.
debate that. Let's debate that here.
Fucking retarded.
All right, so feel free to chime in the chat of what you think. I'm gonna go ahead and read the rules as they state, and then BGFF, you can give your counter argument to what you think should
Okay.
happen. Okay, and I get it; they're both should be technically based on NFL rules. Now, the rule in our league for the dynasty taxi squad, essentially almost like a practice squad. In traditional leagues, it's really just for rookies, and there's actually a time limit of how long you can have someone on taxi squad for. And some leagues are even restricted; it's only rookies. And once they're a rookie, you either got to move them or drop them. In our league, I treated it more as a type of practice squad where if you have an open slot on your taxi squad, you can pick up a free agent from the free agency, not the waiver wire. They have to clear waivers and then be a free agent for anybody to pick up at any time for free. Then you use the commissioner override to go from free agency to taxi squad. Taxi squad is never intended for a guy on your team who's on your active roster to just get called down like it's, NHL to AHL or something like that. I devised it like the league, but you had a good, strong argument
Okay.
to include an additional rule to it, which we'll have to discuss.
Well, my thought process is I made a trade for a player that was starting and a player that was injured.
Hmm.
Since that trade, the player that was injured that immediately went to my IR, so I was not over my roster, has now become active.
Hmm.
Therefore, I have to drop somebody.
Yeah.
Well, the person on my taxi squad that hasn't played a goddamn snap, I would like to drop. And the guy that's
Hmm.
on my active roster that I have not played in my actual roster ever, I would like to go on my taxi squad. Evidently, that's not allowed, but people
So,
bring up people from the practice squad when people are hurt and then
okay.
put them right back down when the guy comes off of being hurt. Don't know.
That's not true. That's not true. So they have
Cam
to also
makers.
start the season
Cam
on the
cam
practice squad.
makers. Cam makers.
He started the season on the practice squad. That's what I'm
And then
saying.
got brought up
So
because of an injury.
correct. But did your player start the season on the practice squad or your active roster? So your rule that you should propose would be if you start on the if you start on the taxi squad, you get like one or two free plays like a week. Like, hey,
Free.
I'm moving him
That's
from
the NFL
taxi.
rule.
Right.
I can move down or up 3 different times. That's the
You can't
NFL rule.
move down. I don't think you can't move
Cam
down from
Akers
the
has
active
moved down
roster
and up.
because he started on the practice squad. And he
Okay.
also has a limit. So if he is in more than 4 games,
He has to get
I
paid.
believe.
He's gotta
Well,
get
yes,
paid.
and
He's gotta get contract.
he has to become an active roster. Like he can't go back to practice squad. So like there's a limit to what you can send up, send down. But I believe in that side of the rule, it's they have to start the year on the practice squad. They can go up and down 3 times. I didn't know that till literally today when I looked up the Cam Akers thing.
Glad I
So in your
fucking learned
situation,
something.
ETN was not on the practice squad to start the year, or the taxi squad. So I don't know if that actually would make a difference. You know what I mean? So in your situation of the rule change, you still have to start the season on the practice squad. It also just makes it a pain in the ass to keep track of. But
I think the taxi squad is ass and should be done away with. The taxi squad means nothing. It means
it
nothing.
is
You get to have 3 extra people on your fucking roster that you can't fucking use, so there are nobody that you can pick up in the fucking waiver wires unless you drop
well,
somebody that's fucking 40 years old and you gotta pick them up because you got somebody on bye week. And then you gotta drop a 22-year-old because he's not producing, but everybody else has everybody else locked the fuck up with fucking an obscene amount of fucking money and time that they think that they have into this fucking player, like James fucking Cook. Oh, I traded him fucking this and that for that guy. I need more than that. The dude's not worth it.
no.
I traded my entire draft for that. Well, so I need something better. So you want my
Okay,
entire
so
next
it's
2
just
years
really
of
to me
draft?
sounds like you roster construction. I think I just lagged there bad. I caught most of that. most of what I would say to you is that the taxi squad is not really even intended to be used the way in which we use it. It's really mostly used to stash rookies, but we use it as a free. I don't have room on this active roster, but I want to pick this guy up on free agency. I'm going to open up a taxi slot for it and just move him from free agency to taxi.
That's exactly
Like,
what you just did today.
yeah, exactly. That's what it's kind of that's what it should be used for. Like, you still have to, like, if I wanted to move anybody, and I did, to make the trade, I had to cut a guy off my taxi squad, and then I also had to release another dude, Lockett, so to make room for. I mean, like, again, if I wanted to, in theory, I could bring them back on my taxi squad after he cleared waivers if no one else picked them up. Like that. That's just. I mean, it's the same. What you're saying though is basically eliminate taxi slots and then just do more bench. But the taxi slot adds the
53
element of having more of a roster management.
53
Okay.
man
Okay.
roster. That's what I'm saying.
How about this? How about this? Let's go to 53 man rosters. We'll give it a break on our own fantasy league for now. Again, again, the teams that we have root for, I mean, both seem at this point a bit bleak
I
in
fucking
their
turned so in
fan
the middle
face.
of at like fourth quarter, 6 minutes left. I literally turned to T-Rex and I said, "Well, the only way you can lose this is by yourselves." And here we go. And didn't they fucking lose it by themselves? They just
You have okay.
I hope they lose the entire rest of the season and I hope the Jets win too. Are
The
you
Dolphins are also just in.
are you
Are you lagging?
you're lagging.
You're lagging, bro. Ah,
Ain't me,
shit.
bro.
I
I
don't know.
got fucking mad bars. Mad bars.
I see myself moving majestically, and I figure most people probably see me as lagging because I'm on the wrong end of the studio system.
And
Either
you're on
way,
an
we won't bring it
iPhone.
up. Get my other fucking computer.
Yeah, exactly.
The Miami Dolphins were the shit show internally from the very rip when they said we're going to have a players only meeting in the first week. And then when Tyreek Hill got hurt, even though it's you're not a big fan of him, it made like the other players like that should be there long term have to step up, and they did a little bit on offense, but they're just oddly finding new and creative ways of losing games. I mean, that's what it comes down to. The Dolphins are
Crazy.
that bad.
It's crazy.
I I feel bad for Mike McDaniel, but I also understand like you got to fire the guy. You might as well pull the ripcord now. Tennessee already fired their coach.
Yeah, it's the first one has been ripped off. Let's just
Yeah,
get it done. Get it done. I don't know if
usually it
you're
would
gonna go.
start like as an
I
avalanche.
saw this fucking little snippet of something that I think would be amazing because I do think that his lawsuit has finally ended with the NFL. What if
Brian Flores.
John Gruden, not Brian Flores? We already tried that.
Wow. I was just thinking of other people who have open lawsuits with the NFL. His on the other way. He's actually suing the NFL. Um, the John Gruden play is interesting. I've heard the name Mike McCarthy tossed around. I don't know how if you'd be crazy about
Nope.
that.
Nope.
I don't know. I mean, anything offensive minded, but a different type of offense would be welcome. What do you think they should go for, though? Like Gruden's an offensive guy; he's a brilliant quarterback communicator. But I think what would happen is if let's just play out this theory that John Gruden becomes the next coach of the Miami Dolphins. I think the first thing he does is trade Tua or just cut him and just be like, "We're
Done.
also, it's next year, and you guys probably have a top 2 or 3 pick. He'll be like, "We're taking this guy, and we're gonna roll with him right out of the gate. Rookie Q. Fuck it. Do the kid from fucking, Indiana. Do the kid from Oregon.
They
Whoever
already
is the
got
top
Quinn
2 or
Ewers.
3 QB." Buddy, Quinn Ewers is not an NFL quarterback. He was barely a college quarterback. But I mean, I liked his moxie. The crazy thing is Quinn Ewers, I believe, was also a 4 or 5 star recruit coming out of high school. And more often than not, you just see the guys that are 4 or 5 stars out of high school never make it. Like it's just for whatever reason, they're just overhyped and they get to like real competition, and that's where the dogs come up. I mean, I'm sure he'd be in the mix. In my theory of John Gruden becoming the next coach of the Miami Dolphins, I think he gets rid of Tua, he drafts a rookie quarterback from somewhere next year, and then just John Gruden's the whole Miami operation. I can think of like Miami John, like he's on the sidelines in Miami gear, but they're really just like you know they're like the Caribbean shirts or whatever Hawaiian shirts, something Miami, like someone that would wear on like courtside at a Heat game or something like that, with like the buttons all the way out, and it's just Gruden. And
He would be
Miami
our
Gruden would be
age.
intimidating.
What the fuck is our quarter? Our fucking what was our coach's name? Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson?
It would be
Yeah, Jimmy.
our era Jimmy Johnson for Miami.
Yeah. So then in the Bills division, in that theory, you have John Gruden, who, if reinstated in the NFL, could have an argument of trying to go out in style, potential fringe Hall of Fame coach. Probably not. Legend, because he lost so many years to not coaching in the media and obviously the issues after that. But yeah, Mike Vrabel up in New England, Gruden in Miami, watching to see who the Jets will hire after Aaron Glenn, because I think unfortunately he might be a one and done. He's still winless through 6 games, and it's not looking good for them. They could even beat the
Is that
Bills. That
his
might even be their
fault?
first win. Um,
I can
no,
understand a couple, but like every single one is his fault.
it's not all his fault, but the last game he had some very
Last
bad
game I
coaching
can
decisions.
understand is
Like
his fault because I don't know what
uh,
the fuck has happened before half, after half. I don't know what the
that
fuck
was
he's doing.
that was it.
That
I
was a
mean, imagine
blunder.
you live in London and you're like, you know, all these Americans keep coming over here playing the football. I think I'm going to go to the game. And they're like, they've been there, 10 years. They've just been shitting on it. Like, nah, it's never good. I ain't going to fucking go. Fuck that league. And then the first time, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I like Bo Nix. I'll go with Bo. I'll go for Bo. And you go to the game, and your first ever football game is that disaster. And
That
you're like, holy. I mean, even as like fans of the team, you got to be like, dang, that was just an awful football product. And I hate to call out other guys, but this dude's a huge, just becoming an even bigger, gigantic, big head idiot about this team. But Colin Coward still has them as the third best team in the league, the Broncos.
wow.
And I go, are we watching the same football? I
Listen,
understand their defense is
listen,
very good, but Bo
but
Nix is not.
yes, he is. He's
And
pretty good, man.
dude,
You also have
Sean
to realize
Payton,
that
to
that was
his
a
credit,
London
I hate
game.
him, but he's a good. I get it, yeah, but like other games that he's played in America hasn't looked that much better. I mean, he's
You
probably in the
those shades of
20th to
Baker, man.
25th. He has shades. Every quarterback in the league now, especially because everyone's pretty athletic, has shades. Spencer Rattler has moments. Like, I mean, every quarterback has the ability of that like middling class, but some people want to elevate Bo Nix up to the top of like 10, God, even maybe higher. I don't know. But to me, he's like the 15th best quarterback. And Sean Payton, as much as I hate him, has put together a pretty good team and has a pretty good offensive scheme. He just misses easy fucking throws. So, dude, they barely beat the Jets. I understand it's in London, but the Jets are you sacked them 9 times. You sack a team 9 times and they only score 11 points. You score 13 on off. Like, what are you doing? That's. But hats off to the Jets fans who are probably at this point just lining up for another season of hope next year. I just feel bad for Aaron Glenn. There were some coaching mishaps there, but the team is not good. The owner is bad. He put cancer in fucking baby powder, for Christ's sake, and he's still allowed to own an NFL team. I mean, I feel bad for Jets fans at this point. They're basically what the Bills were in hell, but without the fun. There's no fun. There's no breaking tables. There's no dizzy bat. You know what I mean? Like there's no actual craziness happening at Jet. That's just misery and bagels, and that's unfortunately what the Long Island Jets have become.
Oh god. The fucking most of the things that I've seen are Jets fans saying, "I hope we don't win a fucking game. Go 0-17. We need to know how
Yeah,
bad it is so that the fucking owner will do something." It's like, damn, that's some shit.
I just,
I'm in the same boat. I hope you win too, so that Miami gets the first pick and we get Archie for some fucking reason.
and speaking on that, like, yeah, you don't want Archie. Um, you don't want Archie. At this point, Archie would probably go back his senior year and hope he kills it, and then maybe gets drafted in the first round. But I don't think he'd be a next year. He wouldn't be in the top 2, 3, 4 rounds. I mean, he's not
Jesus.
good. Can't throw the football. There's other better quarterbacks that'll come out, but I just don't see the Riz. I'm seeing the Riz early with I think you know who Jackson Dart, who returns to football games this week. I love the New York Giants as my NFC team. I hope the Addy Daddies are listening. Our man Turks and Caicos. You got a team that when they get healthy, and maybe if you fired your lunatic of a coach who is so overrated because literally Josh Allen and to a degree Daniel Jones might have just made him. Jackson Dart is going to save that man's career, but for the wrong reasons because he's still Dable and he sucks as a coach and he's a fucking lunatic who doesn't care about his players' health. Anyways, Giants are a fun team. I mean, they got the exciting whites. It's a crazy team. Malik Neighbors, when healthy, is probably wide receiver 5 or 6 in the league. Could potentially be better as Chase gets older and Jefferson gets older. Like he might end up being a number one. Him and Jackson Smith and Jigba, my boy JSN. The
That's
Giants are my squad to root for.
so in
Underdog
another
story.
league, I was facing against Scattaboo and JSN.
Oof. Mm-hmm.
I got fucking annihilated, dude. And I think he had Patrick Mahomes. So I had 40 points,
Crazy.
30 points, 30 points. Like, how am I supposed to compete with that bullshit? Some bullshit.
It's hard. I mean, I lost this week with Bijan Robinson and JSN, and I
That's
didn't have.
hard.
I don't know if I
That's
mean,
hard.
Darnold had a pretty good league too. I mean, RB1, and I think wide receiver 1 or 2. I mean, but we got big starting rosters, so it's more about the consistency of your team, the
I
full depth of your
consistently beat
starters.
everybody at the top, so fuck off.
You are the team that plays spoiler. What is that like? You bring your
I'm
best every week when you do play a
1972
good team. It's so very
Dolphins.
annoying.
I'm 1972 Dolphins, and I will not let you win, you motherfuckers.
Yeah. How many? So what are you? You're 2-4,
Something like 2-4. And my 2 wins are
but you're
versus
two.
number 1 and number 2.
Yeah. So you got the spunk to beat the top teams. I hope you make it in. Actually, don't because you have a good team. I mean, there's other teams that are of higher standing than you right now that I'd much rather come across. But anywho, back to the real game. Um, Baker Mayfield MVP prediction from yours truly. Uh, looking pretty solid right now. I
It
don't
is
know.
looking
It's
pretty
like what,
solid.
like third or fourth best odds. I can't believe I didn't take that.
Probably should have.
Like the odds in our league prevented me from taking it as a part of our gambling competition. So because I think that's a good rule change on that side of things. We could talk offline of extending it past the Super Bowl to have the season basically run from the beginning of February through the end of January / beginning of February to the next year. But I didn't take in the comp, so I didn't take it. In reality, I was like, it'd be funny if he won it. It's a great prediction. It makes good talking points. I even cut it up and posted it a few times. But
The
now it's becoming a reality. Baker Mayfield
the
is elite.
the thing that I think they'll have to measure everything to now
Vlad, Vlad,
is
Vlad. There's one.
okay.
Yes, yes, Vladdy, baby. Go Jays. One down, one more for 44 hundo,
Aren't they
and it's
down
only the fifth
2-0?
inning. It's 7-2 now.
But aren't they down 2-0 in the series?
They are down 2-0 in the series, but you
Okay.
know what? Vladdy boy,
And aren't
Vladdy
they
boy,
playing in
he's gonna
Seattle
get me back tonight.
the next 2 nights?
Yeah, they're also up 7-2.
Okay, but they're playing
I
Seattle
think they
tomorrow
play in the
too.
Seattle tomorrow. Yeah, in Seattle. Look, no matter now. The people of Seattle are sitting silently and liberally behind them, and fuck them. Vlad's
So
got a huge coat on. That is swag. He's got like a fucking blazer on. Okay.
we need to talk
Must be
about
the home
the
run blazer.
Chiefs game and the Bills game. Give me a second.
Well, just specifically the catch between Travis Kelsey
I'm
and the catch between what should have been Elijah Moore.
specifically the officiating, yes, because It's now scientifically proven that the Chiefs get better
Oh yeah,
calls.
I saw that.
So what are we doing? And then one that clearly hits the ground is a catch, and one that clearly doesn't hit the ground isn't a catch. What are we
Mm.
doing? Why are we calling fucking pass interference when it should have been holding? So 5 yards instead of a spot
That's
foul.
that's one of the worst calls, and actually is not even a legitimate call in the NFL because they didn't throw the ball to that player. And people got were like, "Why? How is that pass interference if he didn't throw the ball that guy's
Right?
way?"
That's what I'm saying.
It's not it's illegal contact. I think I don't
Which is
it's either
still
illegal
5 yards, that's
contact
not
or
bad.
holding, right? Because it was after the ball was thrown, but it wasn't thrown to him, so it didn't prevent a pass from it didn't literally interfere with
At
the
that
pass.
at that
It was just
point
illegal contact.
at that point, though, if it was pass interference, it would have been and not you can't catch the ball.
Oh, yeah, it was way over his head, and it
So
wasn't pass
well,
interference on
not
that
even
corner.
that, but it wasn't even thrown to him. So when you don't call pass
Right.
interference because he wouldn't have gotten it anyway, that's the same rule applies, bro. You didn't throw him the fucking
Yeah.
ball, he wouldn't have caught the ball. It doesn't fucking it doesn't matter.
So you do see defensive holding a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but you do see it when it's not even close to the play, which is kind of the same thing where if it's not close to the play, the actual play that happened, why pick up the flag? Like it shouldn't be a flag. It should actually influence the play. The guy is holding him from the get go. He throws in the ball, doesn't catch it, holding. Interference, same thing. But when it's opposite side of the field, like that shouldn't even just that should be irrelevant. Like it's the play. It has nothing to do with the play, unless it's like the quarterback, was going to look over there and throw over there if he was held, or like pass interference is probably the worst one to call because it literally has nothing to do with the play. Like the pass was the other way.
Yeah, I don't
That's
the
so the
officiating of
wrong
the Chiefs
call,
game
and it was
was
a huge play.
atrocious. I mean, you could clearly see that they were just fucking giving Chiefs the win. And then you go to the Bills game and it's like, wow, they're doing anything in their power to make sure this team doesn't win. I mean, how
Hmm.
many they had 9 fucking penalties for what, 120 yards? Some bullshit
Yeah,
fucking stat. It was ridiculous. And every
I mean
single
it's
one
been the
of them
last two games.
for the Bills was like, "Oh, it's defensive holding 5 yards. Oh, uh Atlanta's throwing the ball, pass interference, 25 yards, spot foul, plus we're adding 10 yards because we fucking feel like it." I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck's going on?" I don't get it.
Well, how about this? I come across these two charts. Well, it was one chart that was posted that doesn't make any sense, and then a supporting chart that even made more of a point against how the referees, for some reason, I thought this would be the other way around, are just deciding to fuck the Bills this year. The first one said the amount of holding calls called on them and the amount of holding calls that were not called on them. It was a quadrant of all the teams in the NFL. So one quadrant was gets a lot of holding calls, but also benefits from a lot of holding calls. Some teams over here are get no holding calls and don't really get many holding calls called against them either. On the worst end of the spectrum, which is all the way at the bottom, Buffalo Bills was gets all holding calls and gets no holding calls on the defensive side. So they're completely screwed. And then this other chart that someone posted underneath it said the Bills have one of the number one or whatever rush rate or pass like pressure rate, which it doesn't make sense to me. And this was done like a couple weeks ago. I think the last couple games they honestly sucked. So like they didn't really do much special the last game. But before that, I was like their pressure rate, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So like they're getting high pressure rates, but they're not getting any holding calls against them.
Yeah.
What's the deal there? And I see it every single time. I mean, you see it every play. You can call holding every play, but I mean, some of them are just every time Joey Bosa gets close, his arm is like this,
Oh, every time.
just being held up, and he can't come close. And it's like, oh, Penix has been sitting in the pocket comfortably all night. Yeah, why don't you point at the fucking line?
Yeah.
They're calling us for every single holding call, every single big play,
Or
and every
Atlanta
single
false
big play on
starting
defense. They're
every
getting us
play.
something.
Fucking Atlanta
Yeah.
false started every fucking play. Every play. I was like, "Oh, left tackle, false start. Oh, right tackle, false start. Oh, left guard. Oh, left tackle again." Like I was calling them out to T-Rex while the game was going on. I was like,
dude,
obscene at this
dude.
point.
The left tackle false starts are becoming an epidemic because it's like in almost every single game, but it like the refs will know when to police it a certain way or not. And it does just seem like certain teams are allowed to do it and just like clearly egregiously just kick off before the snap.
Yeah.
So
It depends on how
and it's
well your
and it's
defensive
always the
end is.
left tackle.
If you got Myles Garrett, we're gonna
Yeah,
give him a half a step.
because
If you have Joey
right.
Bosa, you're gonna get 2 steps. Like, what the fuck?
I I think I think that's the league's answer in a way to trying anything they can do to keep quarterbacks healthy. They're like, okay,
You know how
these
you keep
freak
quarterbacks
defensive
healthy?
ends.
You care about the fucking quarterback, not the product. You care about the human underneath that helmet, not the fucking arm that just throws the ball. You keep players healthy by trying
Well,
to keep players healthy. You this whole facade of the NFLPA actually thinking that they're keeping the players healthy is bullshit. There are more people
yeah,
getting
that's for
hurt
sure.
now. There's more people getting hurt now than there ever was before, even when there was leather fucking helmets. So tell me what the NFLPA is doing to keep our players healthy. Because right now we got Dable fucking going over to the trainer and just screaming his head off at the trainer to get his boy back
Yeah,
on the
that's bad.
field. Like,
That's bad look.
we're not nothing about the NFL is about player safety. Everything about the NFL is about driving the numbers up.
Profit.
Drive the numbers up. If you don't drive the numbers up, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is. That's what
It's
it's
a
about.
business.
And
It's a business.
I also want to talk to you about your PSL. So does that PSL money go right to your fucking owner? Because I think it
Oh, for
does,
sure.
which is some
Oh,
bullshit.
absolutely.
So
It does absolutely nothing for it. It basically just you own the seat for a
I
certain
get
amount
you.
of time for
I get
30
you.
years.
But we also, as taxpayers of this beautiful fucking stupid ass state that we live in, paid over half of the fucking stadium
Oh
cost.
yeah.
And now he's selling these fucking PSLs for probably the other half of
Hmm.
the stadium and recouping that fucking money. So we just paid for a stadium that we can't fucking have a Super Bowl in. Are
Yeah.
we retarded? Is
Well,
New York retarded? I'm starting to think New York is retarded, and I've been saying we need to leave for a while now because it's retarded.
I wouldn't leave over the stadium, but
I'm
I
just saying the
definitely
fact that
would
we
leave for the
spent
other bullshit
800
that's happened in the
fucking
state.
million dollars or $1.2 billion of taxpayer money on a goddamn football stadium. Make sure they have their
Everybody's paying
fucking
for it.
fucking bread and circuses, baby. Bread and circuses. It's all we need. Even if they're paying for it themselves, just give it to them. They'll love it. Fucking
Uh,
bullshit.
I love when we do joint episodes of sports and news because you always come in with a good like news mood for sports. Because some sports episodes you just kind of stick with the sports script, but other times you go off the rails and it's great because that's what we love. That's what we love you for.
Well, can you
Yeah,
fucking blame me for what the fuck's going on in our
I,
country right fucking
I
now?
don't blame you.
Ridiculous.
I don't blame you, especially when it comes to billionaires not paying for their own fucking stadiums, which is like a Bill Simmons famous quote from his
And
show.
they all
He
profit share.
said a bunch of
And
stupid
they
shit.
all profit
Yeah.
share. It's you the
Okay.
that's why I
What they
don't like
did.
I know this that's why I don't
What,
like the NFL because it is the modern day slave trade and nobody fucking cares. You're literally having a
well, yeah, you're
draft.
all in on it.
You're having a draft of human beings for a certain amount of money so that they can go out and throw a ball in front of these massive amount of fucking fans. Tell me what the gladiators did in the fucking Coliseum. Were they paid?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they were paid,
It's
but they weren't
well, they
allowed
were
to
not
leave.
paid.
You weren't allowed to leave. You can get fed all the fuck you want, whatever meat you want, but you can't leave. So, is that the
Well,
NFL?
those were
Because I
literal
see a lot of
gladiators.
old fucks going to be commentators now. Is it because they can't fucking leave? Because a lot of them are addicted
Mm.
to shit, so they can't leave. A lot of them have ex-wives because they beat them, so they can't leave. A lot of them fucking NFL fucks people up, man. The
Oh yeah.
quicker we learn that the NFL is fucking evil and is just providing you entertainment to mask all of the bullshit that is going on in the fucking world, the better we'll be. I can't believe you got me watching this bullshit again. Because every single
Well,
time I fucking look at T-Rex and I'm like, "Why am I watching this?" I can clearly see who they want to win. And don't even get me started on Vegas this fucking year. Vegas can just shove it up there, right up their ass. How do you take fucking everybody, fucking every week? Oh, this is a lock, buddy. This is a lock. Oh, he did 15 yards. He was supposed to do 80. He did 15 yards. What are we doing? Tell me that's not scripted. Fuck the NFL. God.
well, there's a lot more that could be scripted from that. I mean, college football has got some outstanding bad beats this year. I think in the NFL standpoint, like you said, you can clearly see when you're watching the games who
The
who they
college
want to win.
football is cheating for juniors.
That one's more. It's more unregulated. It's still regulated, but it's not as
Still,
regulated
it's
as the NFL.
unregulated. Is everybody got a fucking contract with somebody? Regulated
Well,
now.
NAL, yes.
It's
Well, it's
regulated
the
now.
Wild West. It's Wild West with that. That just
Is
means
it
that
though?
they're professional now.
Because
That's
I'm
not
pretty sure.
regulated. It's not. There's no salary cap. I mean,
Okay,
Phil
but
Knight
I'm pretty
owns
sure.
Nike and just pumps it all into Oregon.
But the people that own the companies that are pumping the money are owned by three different people. So though
Well, yeah,
all of
there's
the
different
companies
types
that
of boosters at different schools.
yeah, so all of those NIL contracts are really by three businesses that want to push their fucking product, that want to push their brand. So
Yeah,
in that case, bought and paid for.
I think it's more people than you're thinking. I mean, I'm sure a big amount of money is 3 people or 4 people, but you'd be surprised. I mean, they're only donating to one school, and that school is usually their alma mater. So like that's why schools with very poor alma maters, amazingly Alabama can't keep up. Alabama's got some old money, but they don't have tech money from guys that graduated in the engineering department in Michigan or Ohio State. You know what I mean? Like or any of those like big city, big brand, Big Ten teams just have very rich people that graduate from their schools. I mean, shit, fucking what's his name? Portnoy from Barstool is probably some type of funder of the Michigan football team. I mean, he's at every single game that's on Fox. It's like there's no there's no hiding it anymore. That's the thing. For years in college football, people were getting paid, but it had to be hush hush side deals like
Yeah.
coach doesn't know, but they were all getting paid. I mean, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, all those great USC teams paid, paid, paid. And they actually gave Reggie Bush his Heisman back to him, which is rightfully his. He fucking won it. Everyone was getting paid. Why wouldn't you get paid as the best player in the league? You're going to get paid the most. So, that's the truth of it. They went away from the shadiness of it all to now it's out front public. You can just buy players from high school. There has to be somewhat of a happy medium. You got to cap it. You just can't have these schools spending
No, my happy
damn
medium
near
is
like 80, $90 million.
get rid of the fucking circuses.
Yeah, there's your happy medium. See, no, not many
I
people,
honestly,
especially people that want to listen to the sports part of the podcast, would probably appreciate if that circus went away. Like it
you,
did go away for a while. It sucked. We did live through the no circuses. It was called COVID,
no,
and it
I want
sucked.
the
We had to
I
watch
don't want the
classics.
game to go away. I want the circuses to go away. There was a point in time where this was a game, and there was actual. I'm sure that
When in the 40s?
probably yeah, but then it was an actual competition,
Yeah.
and then it got bought. I want the circuses to go away. I want the competition to come back. I was just having this
You
conversation
know,
on the other fucking fantasy league about basketball. You know what's gonna? This is what's gonna happen to football. It's gonna become a shootout, and nobody's gonna fucking care anymore. That's what's gonna happen because that's what happened to basketball. And look
yeah,
what happened. Because LeBron got onto the
yeah,
fucking
no
field,
defense. Yeah.
and they're all making mega teams instead of fucking sticking with what they got.
It was Steph Curry. It was Steph Curry and the Warriors and the three ball. It's the three ball. They've realized they have to probably move the three line back. to prevent people from just shooting three balls all game because I mean that basically won Boston Celtics a championship. And if Tatum didn't get hurt, they might have had a chance at winning it again this year. They just kept shooting more threes than everybody. It was just known. They'd have open looks to go into the paint and get a free 2 points, and they would just stop and pull up and shoot a three. Like I mean that is just outrageous, and it's become the points driven league of just threes and bad defense and fast
And
break.
look
Everyone's
where
fast.
we're at now.
Everyone's quick. Just
And
yeah.
everybody
I mean
looks at
that's the
the Detroit
NFL in a
Lions.
way.
Everybody looks at the Detroit Lions like, damn, they put up 50 points again. Yeah, because they're driving the league in a certain direction, you fucking retards. Why does every game
Well,
go over
when
40
Lamar
fucking
was,
points? Because fucking everybody
yeah,
wants to see a higher scoring game. That's going to be great and dandy until every fucking game there's 3 interceptions. Nobody's going
I
to give a
mean,
shit.
no, there's just gonna be more. Like it already started. There's more scrutiny against the defense. My theory on the NFL though is it's becoming more of a bell cow league, which I consider is just like running. It's starting to shift back to running backs because the league has gotten small and fast. Kind of in a way, like you still have to be somewhat big in the NBA, but everyone just got fast and athletic. So what's going to sell now are the Bijan Robinsons, the James Cooks, the Devin Achans, the really good running backs that can explode and still break tackles consistently. Like just they're fast, but they can also kind of go in between, the trenches a little bit. They can run most of the routes. Christian McCaffrey in his heyday was one of the best in recent years. Still somewhat there right now. That's going to be what drives it, but that's also not really what the NFL like wants because all the money is still being paid to the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And running backs are getting gypped. Running backs are getting sold off early at 25, 26 because no one wants to pay him a contract. James Cook was one of the ones that got a contract with the team that drafted him, which is becoming rare. As the league shifts back to that, though, those positions are going to be more valuable coming out of college than any quarterback will, in my opinion.
The
Because the
quarterback.
quarterbacks in the league right now are they're okay. I mean, we're actually seeing this year some of the highest average quarterback ratings and QBRs. Like
Fuck
it
ratings.
doesn't look.
Ratings mean dick. The ratings
I
only
mean,
fucking
it's
matter
not a
for
good.
10. The ratings only matter for 10 fucking years because after 10 years the entire fucking game changes. So those ratings mean dick. None of
They
the
don't
fucking
mean much anymore
None
because
of
they're
the
short
quarterbacks
passes.
that are playing now could play in the fucking 90s. None of them. All of them would have concussions with
He
like
probably
2
could.
hands every fucking 3 minutes because they're all fucking soft. Josh might have a chance because he can fucking run, but everybody else would get
I think Mahomes could
demolished.
probably do
Have
it.
a Zach Thomas go after a fucking Daniel Jones. He will crumple like a little bitch. Fuck these quarterbacks. They all suck.
Zach Thomas.
Fuck that. You can't tell me that
Zachy.
Brian Urlacher isn't going to fucking kill Jaden Daniels on the Washington Commanders. Urlacher will put you into the fucking ground, you twig. Like, get the fuck out of here. Talk about middle linebackers. Oh, we got Milano. That dude's what, 170? Urlacher was
No, he's built.
275 running a 4-2 right
Milano's not
through your ass.
170. You're stating falsehoods to try to make a point, which I know I have expected better
Milano's
for you. But
small.
Milano's problem. He's not small. He's fucking huge. He's too big. He's probably
He's not
230.
an
He's not
Urlacher.
Urlacher. He's not
He's not a
Urlacher
Zach
naturally
Thomas.
big. He's like cut. Also, Zach Thomas. What was he like? 5'10"? The
Fucking
small
killed
linebacker
people.
on
Killed people.
the small. This no. Yes. By the way, Zach Thomas, I don't know if you know this. Zach Thomas's sister married Jason Taylor, and they had Mason Taylor, and he's currently on my DGen team. Anyway, and they're not together anymore. Now Jason Taylor's banging some other younger chick. Anyways,
Cool.
the player you should have went after in the Bills is Terrell Bernard. That is to me is the total weakness of what has become the middle linebacker position. And I love Terrell Bernard, but he's probably a safety. At the very best, maybe an edge rusher or like even like a nickel corner. Just the way he's built, he's not big enough to be a linebacker. Like if again Saquon or Bijan or the next generation of big running backs, Genti, you know, all these guys that have the same kind of skill set, which is just everything with speed and power. these middle linebackers, like you said, they're not Urlacher, they're not Ray Lewis, they're not fucking these guys that are they were just different. They were big. They were just imposing play. When you used to play the Ravens, you used to play Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs,
He shot a
uh,
guy.
fucking Ed Reed. Well, Ray Lewis killed a guy. Yeah, everyone knows that. That's not even a conspiracy at
And I
this point.
think
That's just
Suggs shot a
proven.
guy too.
Suggs did too. I didn't know
I
that.
think Suggs shot a guy. Yeah.
Suggs. I mean, but that's the Ravens you think of, right? I mean,
Yeah.
those are the
That's
types of Ravens,
yeah.
flares from your childhood that you grew up watching, and
I'll
that's the
give you another
culture,
one.
and they're tough.
Troy
Look at the Ravens
Polamalu would
defense now.
fucking destroy everybody in this league nowadays. Troy Polamalu
Yes.
would
Oh
be
yeah.
jumping over everybody.
He also, I've seen this before too. There's a theory that the only person to stop the tush push would be Troy Polamalu
Oh yeah, he would
because
jump
he
right
could
over the
jump, he could
fucking thing.
time the jump. He would go right over the thing, and then he would just grab like Hurts by like the probably the helmet, get flagged the first time, then somehow find a way to dive over and punch the ball
Contort,
out.
yeah,
I mean,
contort his fucking body just to get him
I
done.
have to say it could be because we're getting older, but I do say I was like, man, there was a time where the league was just perfect. Like it was still bought and paid for, but it was such a good product because they could still hit. And it was like, and somehow even back then, the players just didn't seem to get as injured as they do now, and they were even getting hit harder. So it's like it's
There's
hard
less
to do the
pads.
whole theory of like, well, they're not practicing as harder. Maybe that is true, but it also just could be that there was a different generation of people, and they were somehow tougher, built through a game of football that was tougher back then and more physical, like throughout their whole
I
life. And they get to
so
the NFL, and it's just starting to get like, okay, we're gonna really start going rough in the pass. Okay, you can't hit quarterbacks here. Okay, like every year it got worse, and those types of players they
if
aged out, and
when
now it's
I
just
was a kid,
stupid skill. Like,
when I was a kid, if a player lost his helmet, we thought he died. Now,
yeah,
you lose a fucking player lose a helmet every goddamn play because they don't fucking
yeah,
strap them
they're
on.
because their chin straps are like just
And then you're gonna tell me
floating
that we
around.
have okay, so why aren't there fines for people losing their fucking helmets if we're really talking about player safety? If we're really talking about player safety, why aren't we fucking
Yeah.
fining these fucking guys that don't put their mouth guard in their fucking mouth and just let it dangle while they're running down the goddamn field? If we're really talking about player safety, when are we gonna actually get the one kid fucking wearing capris, not actual fucking football pants? Like
Oh,
what are we doing?
who your coach? You talking about your coach?
Not my coach. There was I think it was a college kid that wore fucking like football shorts.
Yeah, they have the knee highs or the knee whatever. Yeah, I think whatever the
Yeah,
above the
and
knee
his
shorts.
pads were this fucking big on a thigh that's this big. Like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
this if we're really talking about player safety, let's start talking about player safety. Let's start finding the people that lose their fucking helmets. Let's start finding the people that don't wear their fucking mouth guards. Let's start finding the people that do stupid shit. Let's
I
let's
mean,
stop
to each
having
their own
people
on that side.
let's stop having people wear their gold fucking chains around their neck outside of their fucking shoulder pads so they could get ripped out by the fucking like don't tell me this league is anything
Well,
about fucking player safety.
okay, so on your point of the player safety, I could see it somehow being in the NFL stipulations of a player that could suffer like a traumatic injury or something like that. But in the contract, there's something along the lines of, but if the player does not have their mouth guard in or the player does not have the chin strap in, they are no longer there's no liability because you did not adhere to the safety restrictions of the play or whatever.
Yeah, but
I
you're not
guarantee you there's verbiage of something like that in there
exactly.
because they'd be
So
like,
how are we going to
they
talk about
encourage it.
player
They
safety?
won't fine you though. Yeah, but they won't fine you because
Because they want you to do it
again,
so that you're
it,
voiding the contract.
it's in a way, yeah. I mean, they don't give a shit if you're gonna,
They don't care. They only care
it's
about
the
the
shield.
product. They don't care about the human. If we're really talking about
Well,
player safety, let's talk about the humans, not the product.
yeah, the humans need to buckle their chin straps. I mean, it just makes for just sloppy football, anyways. It's like, dude, every time the helmet comes off, you have to get off the field. Isn't that like the rule?
I don't know. I saw
I've
a
seen
couple
that before too. Like, if
fucking
I could be
quarterbacks
wrong.
helmets come off all the goddamn time because Lamar Jackson's no fucking crazy for it because fucking wears his chin strap above his mouth for some fucking reason because he's a fucking moron.
Lamar kills me with that. I mean, yeah, that's another thing is that he doesn't usually put the mouth guard in. I don't think Josh even wears a mouth guard, to be completely honest with you. I don't never see him have anything in. Um, most of the players, like if they're doing their own thing like that, it's just again to me, it's just kind of a sloppy thing. But I wouldn't. I'm on the side of fines. That's the libertarian in me. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. Just know they're not liable if your helmet's unstrapped in the scenario of your helmet falls off and you fall into a camera or something that's on the sidelines without your helmet on and it's bad, then that's on you, buddy, because you didn't have your helmet strapped up. There's a law against that in our contract.
Well, that's
And
what I'm
you,
saying. I
well,
think
sorry,
that
condolences. We'll do a post about it.
that's what I'm saying. I think that's kind of disingenuous, right? Or that
Yeah,
in
of
general is
course. The
disingenuous.
NFL. That's the NFL. That's the
Yeah.
shield, baby. What else we got? Want to go to the news? We don't have any updates here on baseball, which is basically the Dodgers are probably going to win the World Series again. So that would bust what's his nuts? Or that already get busted.
That already
That
got
bust that guys where you said it's going to be the same, or do you say the same or different?
He said it was going to be different. Everybody's going to be different.
Every single one.
Every single one is going to be different.
I think we'd have to get him on to confirm. So if that's the case, the chances of it happening of going down right now are probably Dodgers repeating. And we don't really know. I don't think necessarily if we did it in like a calendar year, because Florida did repeat. Actually, that's what busted it.
Yeah.
That was the one that busted it.
Yeah, over the
Already busted. Sorry, that guy.
What do you want to talk about on the news?
Well, there's peace in the Middle East. No, Trump freed Palestine.
Sure.
Oh wait, never mind. There was people that were actually filmed being executed in Gaza like a day after the peace
By?
deal was signed.
By?
Hamas, or I don't know.
There was people that weren't at that signing. I bet you can name them.
Who wasn't there?
I'll give you one guess.
Trump, Bibi.
Israel wasn't there.
Mm.
So is there really peace in the Middle East? Because the main antagonizer of the Middle East wasn't at the table. So
Yeah,
is there peace? I don't know.
they're certainly championing it as one. What are we on? Government shutdown day? What 30?
No, it's like day 12.
Okay. Um, yeah, there's things that are happening around the world that people do think that you probably should think more about than your fantasy lineups, but most of the time we talk bullshit and do sports anyway, so whatever.
Honestly, it got a little too much
The
for me for a minute, so I had to.
The that's what I'm saying, like,
out of
the
perspective.
constant the constant pulling of both sides when it's like, "Guys, we're a year off of the last election."
Yep.
Okay? I truthfully don't give a shit about any type of political conversations, but of course, New York runs all of their races in, off presidential, off Senate years. Go
Of course.
figure. So
People
that no one
talk-
actually remembers it's election day.
Can you imagine that all of our roads are getting fixed now? I think elections are coming up next month. It's insane how
Yeah.
that works. It's insane how that works.
It is quite something. Isn't that quite something? All the while, I have Sora videos up my ass constantly, just taking me away from reality in that aspect. So AI in the future of what AI could be, which is going to be eventual virtual reality simulations with AI that you'll be able to like be in because it'll be its own fucking thing, and we probably already in one anyway. So I just check that one off the list.
We're in a simulation and aliens exist. Isn't that fun?
Rai Atlas, baby. I was one of the first Sora videos I made myself, welcoming them to Buffalo with some wings and blue cheese, and some beer. But
But this government
Everything is
shutdown
pulled
thing,
away from there's a shutdown. People are saying it's for the Epstein files, which I see signs for everywhere. I see people saying it's because they don't want to give illegals money, for healthcare, whatever, pay for healthcare. The conspiracy theories in the middle are like they're doing it so that NASA can't track Three Eye Atlas, and China's going to be able to do it, and they know something we don't, and something's out there. There's nothing that, or we have this massive peace deal in the Middle East. Now, all these other things are like, the distractions of all of it. And it's like, what's really happening? Well, to me, it's like we're getting in a even bigger trade war with China. And that comes up a little bit here and there, but we're like full fledged into that shit. So as all of this is happening, you know, to be talked about. Oh, and the No Kings protest. That's this weekend. That's going to be a doozy. Just every single person that you knew from high school that turned out to be a deadbeat. The actual thing that I could say from that protest is or it's just like boomers. Like a lot of those protests are just old people, and it's like it's just they're kind of sad individuals because they're constantly fearing one guy, and they do think he's a king. It's like I don't understand how you just go through your day every single day thinking that way, and you probably also want all of your opponents to be dead. But hey, that's just you know the conspiracy theorist in me.
well,
But your point on real quick, just the I know I got rambling there for a minute, and I do apologize. It tends to happen while we're doing this here. But to me, all of these things are a distraction from the biggest threat, which is still always China. I'm on that long game. The, they're also getting a little buffed out of like what's happening in the Middle East, and they don't really like it. They're getting a little pissed off that they're not really invited to the table there. So that could turn out to be quite something.
China doesn't matter.
Okay.
China
Because they
doesn't.
don't infiltrate our farmland near our nuclear sites and basically make all of
That's the only
our
way China
electronics.
would matter. That's the only way China would matter. China doesn't matter to
Yeah.
a trade war deal. China doesn't matter. But if China decided that the trade war was enough to go to a hot war, then we'd probably be in trouble because they're already here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as a trade war, China, I think they're already buckling because they realize that everything that they make comes to us. Every single fucking thing comes to America. We prop up their
Yeah.
economy. Their
Not just
economy,
us, but we do have a big part of our consumer economy is a big factor to them making money.
yeah. If we were
Our
to
American
just
capitalist lifestyle.
if he is to give him 100% tariffs on their goods, we would finally start buying American again, and their economy would crash because 40% of their fucking exports are probably coming to here. Those are numbers off the top of my head. Don't
Mhm.
take it for fact. I'm not fucking spitting out. I don't know these shit off the top of my head. I'm a normal fucking
He's
human.
yeah.
So
We are well informed dumbasses,
yeah,
everybody. That doesn't necessarily make us macroeconomic experts.
the what where it gets tricky with China is that Taiwan is right there, and we still don't have chip manufacturing yet in America. We need chips, always need chips because
Hmm.
we're a computer-based society, and that's what
Well,
fucking
I'll tell
computers
you,
are off of.
I'm starting to realize what's also happening though with this government shutdown. I'll let you keep going on the rant, but there are a lot of companies that are in like chips
Yep.
and like the semiconductors and all that shit, and they're having harder times. At least because it's probably getting consolidated now, whereas before a lot of people were getting different types of funding. It's getting pulled back and probably siphoning off to one or two different semiconductor or chips people. It's like this Chips Act.
Yep.
So did we really win that aspect of bringing it back to America if we knocked off all of these startup companies that were going through and trying to make things better and be different
Well,
and have different specialties? Like, did we
you're
really win? Did
so
we bring back the
okay.
American manufacturing?
You're going too far. First off, those startup companies that you're saying for these chip companies,
Well,
yeah,
they're not
they
startups.
weren't
Some of
startup
them have been
companies.
around for a while.
They weren't startup companies, and they were fucking having nefarious funds come into them. Therefore, they should have failed. If you have anything
It's not all
nefarious,
of them.
all of them. If they failed because of the
What
government
is
stops,
nefarious though?
but if they stopped having funding because the government stopped funding them, that's nefarious. You should not be propped up by our government. You should have your own fucking system.
Well, most of them, yes, should have be
Just like
off of
all
it,
of the
like
fucking
for the federal funding.
750,000 people that got fucking fired from the government. I'm sorry that you got fired. I truly am. But you shouldn't have been there in the first fucking place. They were hiring
Yeah,
you
they
to
were
prop up their
those
fucking
were
numbers.
overhires.
They
Yes.
were propping
Yeah.
up numbers, so go sorry, but not sorry. You shouldn't have been there in the fucking first place. Same with these startup companies where they were getting funding from the fucking government.
Yeah,
This
but why were
fucking
they getting funding from the government?
because
For
everything that was
nefarious activities? You just think everything's nefarious. That's the problem.
can you tell
Did you
me
not think these companies will
no,
also be innovating in ways because China
no,
has the
not
edge
by the
in
government.
anything engineering?
Not from the
Hold on,
government.
let me finish.
Not from the government.
F Okay, so then nothing's ever gonna get better. Nothing's ever going to advance
That's
in
bullshit.
anything if you have it. You're missing it. There's people that have to innovate on all different levels of industry. The higher the up it goes, like you said, the consolidation into
Most
2 or 3
innovation
different
comes from
companies
a
that own
garage.
everything.
Most innovation comes from a garage.
Okay. Okay, sure, sure. But at some point, it's either the complete capitalization of all of it. So, like, you can have it be both ways. Like, they do have to eventually, yes, make revenue, and most of them do. Most of them would be sufficient enough. They would just have to make cuts
And the
because they
ones
don't
that
have
didn't,
the
that were getting
bolster of it.
government funded, have
But it's
failed.
the
What are
well,
you
there's
not
also
feeling
a
about?
lot of government funding that goes to like defense companies and aerospace and those
And I
types of
don't agree with that
companies.
shit
I
either.
mean, that's
All of the
I
funding that
mean,
the government
that's to
provides
stay competitive with
is
your
it though?
competition, though. You
SpaceX
understand that,
is
right?
more
Yeah.
SpaceX is more competitive than fucking NASA is at this point. And I understand SpaceX
Okay,
is
so
getting
that's
government
again
funding.
one guy, and
Okay,
they're
but
also
he
getting
still was a
government funding.
company
Yeah.
before he got
So
government funding. He was already competitive
they all
before he
are.
got
I mean,
government
yeah.
funding. So
Okay.
the people
So
that have a
hold on.
startup that got funded from the beginning didn't actually have a business, nefarious funds. If
Well,
you're fucking
that's
literally
also
taking
not
government
the
money
case
to
either
start a
for most of
company,
them.
that is not that's not how shit's supposed to work. Taxpayers
Nefarious funds.
taxpayers are not supposed to give you money to start up a business for fucking chips.
Well, that's I'm
That's not
telling you
what
though, like that
taxpayers
is
are
the
for.
way to bring it back to America.
The way to bring it back
You
to
have to
America is
have
what
somewhat
Trump
of a
is
no,
doing.
no, no. You have to have some type of fun. I mean, shit, dude. Elon Musk is literally the proof of it. And SpaceX and anything about it. He's gotten government funding for the EVs. He's always had. If you don't think that's been essential to the ascension of him, then you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Like it's literally these
I don't think
companies
he should
that
have had
aren't like
but
totally reliant on
Tesla
it.
wasn't
They're
government
gonna be
funded
fine.
from the beginning. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, no, no. I'm just saying the government, the companies that have it, like they're going to be fine. Most of the companies would have it in aerospace, defense, chips, whatever, electronics,
I don't
anything
think
that
you
is
understand what I'm
in
saying.
some way, shape, or form. No, no,
You're
no. I get
arguing
it.
a point that
The
I agree with you.
right, but no, no. I'm just saying to keep competitive with China,
No.
like to keep the atmos like fortunate, like how
You
much we
shouldn't be
can take
using my
our
money
what
to
we're
make
doing
profits.
with it or without it.
You shouldn't be using my money
Yeah,
to
I
make
mean,
profits. If you're gonna make
in
profits
a
off my
way,
money, give me my profits. That's
well,
how it
that's what I'm
goes.
saying. In a way, that would be more collectivist than anything, which is an option because when you look at like the companies that would have to make profit, like again on their own dime, without any, because I agree, like there's so, like the companies that do get only funding and that's the only way to keep afloat. There is something there that you're operating at a net loss. I'll tell you one thing too as well though. I don't know if you knew this, but I'd say majority of Canadian companies, especially in like high industry, energy, you know, again, their own aerospace, defense, whatever, chips, lumber, anything is subsidized by the government. and they haven't had many as technologically advanced as we have because a lot of the research is done in college campuses, which also get government funding. So
There's not innovation
you
when you're
should you
fucking
I
funded
agree
by a
with your
government
point.
entity.
Right. I
There's
agree
no
with your
innovation.
point where like your tax dollars shouldn't necessarily go towards a company making profit. It's in some cases just the case of like we can get to a level of innovation that we can do better and make the profit is the dark side of it all. But on the outside of like where does most innovation come? It's oftentimes in unexpected places, and more often than not, they would either get some type of seed funding from investors who they're now owned by a company that's much bigger than them, or they get government funding, and then they can get profitable, and
Both are
then they're
evil.
their own company. Yeah,
Both
and
are
now
evil.
they're their own company. So
Both are
that's
evil.
why I just
Government,
it's
you just proved my point in Canada. When government gets involved, innovation
yeah. I mean that's
stops.
bad.
So why
Yeah,
are you
that's bad.
saying that we should be funding shit? Government shouldn't be funding anything except for the government so that it can run, and that's about it. Maybe our fucking, our police, our fire departments, our fucking EMS, our fucking roads, and our state fucking parks. Everything else, fuck off.
So you wouldn't want any military spending.
At this point, do we need it? Don't we have enough
I
fucking
don't know.
missiles? Don't we have enough fucking nuclear bombs? Don't we have enough aircraft carriers?
Well,
Don't we have
those
enough
are like the
army bases? We should be closing army bases because we don't need fucking 300 of them amongst the entire fucking world. You know the last people that did
yeah,
that?
that's a
The
lot.
fucking Romans. What happened to them? Maybe we shouldn't fucking do that. Maybe we shouldn't try to
They
conquer the
imploded.
fucking world. Maybe we shouldn't be the
They
geopolitical.
imploded like a Titan
Yeah.
submersible.
Maybe we shouldn't be the geopolitical police like we think we should. Maybe we don't have the fucking right hand
I
of
agree with that.
of fucking whatchamacallit, righteousness. Maybe sometimes we are the bad
There's
people.
no need to anymore.
Like
Oh, we're the baddies
let's
in a
fucking get
lot of
real
world
and
history for
realize that
sure.
Trump is not going to fucking save us. Nobody on the left is going to fucking save us. Nobody on the right is going to fucking save us. It's us. We were given the power by our founding fathers to step up to this tyrannical bullshit. And I'm not talking about Trump being a
Yeah,
tyranny. I'm talking about the entire government institution being tyranny. It's all bought and paid for by a fucking foreign country, and nobody fucking seems to care. And everybody on the
yeah.
fucking street has, I stand with Israel. Are you fucking retard? Do you understand that they've brought us into all of the fucking wars? All of the fucking wars. All of them. It's them. It's nobody else. It's Israel. Brought us into all the wars. So fuck you and Israel. Don't give a fuck. So
So
sick of this
okay, so
shit.
you don't at least want a little bit of military funding for like maybe some new drones and shit?
Do we need it? Do we need it?
Drones, I think
At
we should
this
get into
point,
more. Yeah.
okay, we just realized that aliens fucking exist. Do we need more military funding or do we need more science funding? Do we need
Well,
to
we
look
need
do we need to
more
look in the
human funding.
oceans and do we need to look into space more or do we need to blow other fuckers up more? I don't think we need to blow people up anymore. I think we need to
It's
be the world power that finally stands 10 toes down on peace and says, you know what? Instead of spending all of
it's
our money on defense, we're going to start looking at the sky a little bit more. You know what?
yeah.
Because
I
we
mean,
only research 10% of the fucking oceans, we're going to go down and see what the fuck is at the bottom of the
they need
Mariana
to start
Trench.
digging. They need to start digging under us. They just need to start. They can start by
Let's
trying to what
fucking,
do
let's actually get some
lidar do
scientific shit
lidar
done.
everywhere.
Yeah, let's get
Yeah,
some
you should have
scientific shit done.
home home lidar kits. It'd be like everyone gets a home lidar kit, and you just kind of like look and see like what
How about
was
we find
underneath
out
where I
like
lived or wherever the
how
odd thing was.
How about instead of spending the trillions of dollars in defense, we find out why there are pyramids amongst this world? And
Mhm.
why don't we actually discover some actual artifacts that could tell us about the origin of our fucking shit? Because it's
I
fucking out,
can't.
it's out there, and we just
I
refuse
can't
to fucking dig it
remember.
up.
I can't remember what happened the week the Egyptians like that thing was found, whatever that was, like a couple months ago, where it was underneath the pyramids. Remember the pillars?
Yeah.
But something happened that week that like just yeah, it gave the pyramids thing like no play. Like something crazy happened and was like, oh,
It was
dude,
probably
this is
Butler,
wild.
PA, and fucking Trump got shot in the ear. Some
I was
bullshit.
gonna say it could have been that. It could have been something else. I do not recall. But
Well, Bleckley
when that
Tepe
came out,
is fucking like 13% undug. You know how many
yeah,
fucking answers we got from one goddamn temple of that fucking shit? And it's
well, it
13%
proves
undug.
humans have been around.
Let's
Humans have been around
fucking
much
go.
longer.
Like, why are we
Yeah.
spending more money to build another nuclear bomb when we already have 47 that can kill this world 17 times over, but we don't know where we come from and we don't care? I care.
I
How
don't
come the World's
I don't
Fair
think we still
stopped?
make nukes.
Where's the mud flood? Because that happened. If you don't think
Oh,
it happened, it fucking
oh
happened.
boy.
Like
Yeah.
like so many things have happened that we weren't taught in school.
What was the year of this mud flood theory again? See, this is where it gets like flat earth for me. And I'm like, I don't have
It's like
really
19
much association with the theory, but I like kind of like dip my toes in the theory a little bit.
it's like 1903.
1903. Okay.
I think it was like right around the Chicago World Fair because that was one of the last ones, I believe. It was right around the end of the World's Fairs because those World's Fairs weren't built in a day to come and fucking have these fucking things. They were already there.
Yeah. Do you think like collectively in this theory of mud flood, um, like the people that were around then like rebuilt it? And interestingly enough, I don't know why this it just came to mind, but in 1903, I believe is the year of Wilbur Wright's first flight. They figured out flight right after
Yeah,
the flood.
maybe. Sure. I don't know.
That was the deal. They're like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this little mini flood. We're not gonna talk about it in the history books. We're just gonna do it real quick, and we're gonna proceed. We're gonna let you guys fly places now. Okay? Men in Black swipe.
Well, I
That's
mean,
the only theory that makes sense to me. Other than that, I think it's foolish.
you gotta start digging is when you find shit out.
You
It's
got to
all
start
underneath.
digging. Like, what is actually underneath? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we should
It's
just
all
lidar
underneath.
everything.
I mean, you
Yeah.
should really just get a fucking shovel and start digging in your backyard because I bet you'll find something if you dig far enough.
Yeah.
Especially where we live, we got to
You
dig pretty
know,
far because we are pretty
and I
fertile
just
land, which means it's been eroded fucking forever. So
you have to dig for quite a while in the hopes of finding any type of structure, and you may just dig a big old hole in your yard for
it's
nothing.
possible.
You might as well drill for oil. I mean,
Well, you
there,
got better. You got a
pocket.
good chance.
It just you just never know. That's something that'd be fun. Is just everyone just fucking set up their own oil
The
oil
government
fucking
won't.
wells everywhere.
Government won't let that happen.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying, like post apocalyptic, like how do we get our gas? Like I know a guy that can figure out oil to gas. Like really, you got a guy. Got to get the oil though. Got to go out, find it, make our own fucking well, pump oil. That's a fucking nice little apocalyptic comedy movie waiting to happen. It'd almost be like in between now and Idiocracy
Yeah,
or something. Well, not Idiocracy, but in a sense of like how it would be in a much further future. Because I mean, to be honest, it's getting to peak with this AI shit. So once that starts becoming more real in like 10 years, not even like a couple of years,
6 months.
we already see it now. I mean, we were doing it live episode of I believe which was a news episode. Could have been sports, but I think it was when Trump came on after Charlie Kirk,
Yeah,
and
that was an AI Trump.
that was AI. But he's real because you see him at events and you see like people posting shit with him like recently. So like, I mean, I know you could be a theorist. You're a theorist on the clone shit. They have someone being him at public appearances,
They also had
but
someone
that
being Biden
period
with
was weird.
magical growth and shrinkage. It's the same thing with Trump. He
Yeah.
magically grows and then shrinks. Like that's not the same person if they're two different heights. Just saying. Trump
Did
usually
you see how
towers
tall
over
he looked when
Trudeau.
he
Now
was?
he's at his shoulders. I don't know what's happening. Did you hear that
Yeah.
Trudeau is fucking dating Katy Perry?
Really?
I was like, tell me
No
that we're in a
way.
simulation without telling me we're in a simulation. Katy Perry's dating
That's
Justin Trudeau. Castro's
watch
son
watch
is
her
dating Katy Perry.
watch her Watch her try to get him American citizenship by getting married, and he moves to the U.S. and he runs for governor of California.
Against Newsom?
How about that theory for you? Oh, Newsom's
Well, Newsom's going for
that
president.
guy. Yeah, he's going for the big job.
Yeah.
And he's going to be charming enough for idiots that get censored news enough fucking credit. It'll be a little tight. You know, they're going for this young white guy's good looking. Don't worry about how he treats his fucking people of California or what he plans for the entire country. But this guy
Did you
over
s
here, he's kind of
oh,
pudgy and has a beard. He was also the inspiration for the movie Hillbilly Elegy. We got Gavin Newsom, JD Vance. Yeah.
all from the same cloth.
You ready for it?
Both take APAC money.
You ready for that bullshit? Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready
You
for it.
ready for that? For that freaking
I don't
rigmarole?
think I'm voting anymore.
Yeah, what's the point?
I if I
I was that way
literally
my
have
whole
to
life.
choose
I was that way my whole life until like COVID. And
if I
now
literally have to
I think I
choose
voted in
between the
2016.
lesser of 2 evils every single time, I don't wanna be a part of it because 'cause I'm
Yeah.
not choosing the lesser of 2
It's
evils.
just
I just choose none of you.
well, you'd vote for local elections and you'd vote for whatever mostly impacts you, but you could always just write in Harambe in
Yeah.
the line if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Do Ron Mexico. I next my president is Ron Mexico. You know who that is?
No.
So Ron Mexico was the name that Michael Vick wrote down when he checked into a clinic for herpes. That
I
could
thi
be wrong.
I think I
I
would
hope
put
that
it
was not
down.
defamatory.
Who's the guy from Eastbound and Down?
Kenny Powers.
Kenny
Well,
Powers. I think I'm gonna put Kenny Powers down.
Danny Matheson, whatever his name
No, I'm
is.
gonna
Can't
put
remember.
Kenny
His
Powers from Eastbound and Down. I'm
Kenny
gonna put
Powers.
Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers. Go Kenny Powers.
That's who I'm putting
Dude,
down.
that's a
That's a hell of a pick
that's
right
a good one. That's a good fill in right there. I like that. Um
or
yeah, I
Ricky
mean,
Bobby.
it's just I would write in
Being first
uh,
in
at
line.
a, at a
Can you imagine that?
at a great glance that type of it. I mean, imagine the AI videos we're going to get in 2028.
I can't.
That's what I keep getting back to. For leading up to the presidential election of 2028, what we have now advanced by 3 years, and it's going to be just whoa.
We won't have election.
Uh are we going to be able to unplug from this yet, or what's going on? Uh so I enjoy while we still able are to do this right here. I'm gonna break the rules a little bit on sober October
Oh
because
boy.
my lips just feel a certain type of parched that only
A beer will taste.
a cold blue light will fucking fix. Sorry, sober October. I made it 15 days. Yep. I
But
didn't
this
even drink it
government
yet. I
shutdown's
just
fucking
know.
tricky. So this government
Mm,
shutdown caused some sort of not some sort of some ripple effects in the stock market area and the crypto area as
mm,
like the same amount that caused the 2008 crash just vacated the stock market and crypto. So,
yeah.
that's good news, right? Fucking silver's
Yeah. I
doing
mean,
great though.
dude, precious metals. Like, God, every time you'd see that commercial on TV for the last like 7, 10, 15 fucking years. Fools. And why, BJFF? Do you have any type of crazy theory onto that as to why precious metals would be making a comeback?
Well,
Like, could
that
it
would
be
be
that's what we
because
need value in? What we need to start mining again for our alien visitors from Three Eye Atlas?
well, I mean, you could go down the complete
Hmm?
tinfoil
Hmm?
hat one, but I'm not gonna go there just yet. But
Okay, that's
yes,
fine. We can get to that at some point.
precious metals are indeed precious, and we do need them. And when uh, people stop
We shift off.
when
The
people
dollar.
stop exporting their precious metals, something's up. So when precious metals prices start to skyrocket, it's kind of a telltale sign that something big's going to come, kind of like a black swan event or something. And
Yeah.
pretty sure the world economic picture come November with the elections is going to be completely different. Because Three
This
Eye
November.
Atlas is supposed to be coming around, I think, October 29th. And then suddenly something might happen with our economic woes because, we got to take information off of fucking Three Eye Atlas because the aliens are coming. So
Yeah.
I think everything's gonna crash. That is my bold
Okay.
prediction. I think everything will crash. The US dollar will go to dick, and then coming out of the US dollar will become treasury notes that will actually be backed
Backed by
by
gold.
precious metals. So
Yeah.
your silver-backed dollars will actually be silver-backed dollars.
Yeah. So
So
that's
that's my
interesting.
prediction because when you just lose $1.92 trillion dollars out of a fucking economic picture, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
And when it's just poof gone, I mean, something's got to happen. And then you still see the fucking like it went down and then it went freak right back up. Like that doesn't make sense. Like nothing in our economic world makes
No.
sense right now,
No.
and it at some point it's got to come crumbling down.
Yeah. So interesting you said it only because I know that we've been predicting the blackout event for years now on this podcast. Still hasn't quite happened yet. But did you see who posted something about something similar to what you were just saying? The Black Swan event or
No.
just the red flag event?
Who?
A man who currently lives in Russia?
Vlad?
Nope.
Snowden. Okay.
He's posted something recently and people are like, whoa, what does he know? Some type of nuclear black,
I
like
could tell
red
you right
flags,
now.
Black Swan event, and
I
it's
could,
not real, but it does shut everything down, like you're saying, and
so
it's a reset into something new. He said it's a reset into
global
something new.
a global
Yeah,
reset into an economic future to where our dollar isn't fucking interest. Because right
yeah.
now, so right now, so
And Trump's crazy enough to do it.
why I think that's happening. Okay. So this is my grand theory. Because the stock market went down and lost $1.92 trillion with the crypto market along with it. That's why honestly don't think that the crypto market is the fail safe that everybody thinks it is.
No, no, I
Thinking
don't think
about
so either.
I'm thinking about pulling all of my money out of crypto and going to buy silver bars because it holds value and it steadily goes
Get
up.
yourself some ingots. How
And
much
I
for a
don't
single silver bar?
for an ounce it would be $50. But they usually come in
Okay,
5 ounces, so it's about 250.
okay. I'd probably buy a quick tenner. I
Yeah.
feel like
So
because that's pretty much what I had in crypto. It went up, it went down. You know, it was about that
that's
much
what I'm
money in
thinking about
crypto.
doing
So
is just cashing
that's
out,
what I have.
going to get
Yeah,
silver and putting it in my safe.
I'll come
But
with you. Fuck it.
the
I'll get some silver.
as soon
We
as
got to do it now. I think, right? I mean, it dips a
yeah,
little bit. It's got to dip a little, right?
I don't think it's gonna dip. We're too far past the dip. Right now, so the real
It's hit an all time high.
the real
Like, it's just continuously be all time high.
the problem with silver is that the market has been negative for so long that the prices doesn't reflect the actual supply. So
Hmm.
for rough numbers, say we mine 2 million pounds of silver a year, okay? Just rough
Hmm.
estimate. So we mine 2 million pounds of silver a year. Our quota for like the last year of usage of silver is like 3.2 million pounds.
Okay. So
So
we don't really need this much silver, but we're mining that much silver. Or it's the
no,
need is we're not mining enough.
no. Yeah, we're not mining enough.
Okay.
We're at a
Opposite side.
1.2 yeah, we're at a 1.2 million deficit per year. Therefore, silver's price isn't silver's price. because it's been at a
It's still
deficit.
lower.
It should be like $250 to $500 an ounce. Those are
Yeah.
the realistic numbers of silver, to be honest. But that's another thing is Australia stopped their exporting and their mining of silver, or not their mining, but exporting of silver, which means they're
Mhm.
clamping down on all of their precious metals. Putin fucking said that he's not sending graphite, graphene, gallium, or whatever the fuck it was. He's not sending precious metals out. When everybody starts clamping down on precious metals, you know that something's fucking coming. You know it because
Yeah.
there's no other reason to hold on to your precious metals at this juncture when they've been flying around the fucking world this entire time. But now you want to clamp down? Wonder why.
Yeah.
Is that because you know that Trump's gonna tokenize all of our credit? That's why the cryptocurrency is gonna fucking tank? Because all of the fucking debt that we own is gonna go to the cryptocurrency. So you think that's great, right? $34 trillion getting implanted into the fucking cryptocurrency, but it's all debt. It's all fictional
Yeah.
fucking money. So just like the fucking coins that you're buying, it's all fictional fucking money. It doesn't matter.
Fiat.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
It's not real. It's fiat.
So during this shutdown, I feel like Trump is trying to get all of the debt tokenized.
Is that
And then,
Vlad? Fuck, he didn't hit a home run. He hit a double. That's not
yeah,
good enough, Vlad. There it goes. Down the shitter. I'm glad we were able to get through that bet while we were on there. Fuck.
so I think that he's tokenizing all of the debt into these various cryptos, and then he's going to crash the entire system and say, "Here we go. Here's your new currency, and
Yeah.
it's built off the tariffs, not your income. It's not. We're not paying a percentage on the dollar once it's printed. These are just free. These are government issued,
Yeah.
not Federal Reserve notes. These are government issued notes."
Yep. So, all right. I mean, it kind of sounds like it's needed. It's just going to get ugly. Um,
It's going to get ugly
you
for a
know,
little bit. Yeah,
I
you got to
said,
be prepared.
I mean, it's going to get ugly before it gets better. Um, you know, the time frame of it all lining up with this crazy ass fucking comet, whatever it is just crazy. Is just something like of a distraction for most people. Like it could very well just be nothing, or nothing up there as real as
I
if you
don't.
think.
So
So
my thing is Three Eye Atlas isn't a thing.
yeah, yeah, that's your stance. I know
I
it's
think it's the distraction from what's about to happen with this economy bullshit. To be honest.
yeah.
I think it's going to be, oh my
Well,
God, the aliens are here. Look at it coming around the sun, and it wasn't supposed to be there, and now it's looking right at us, and it's coming right for us, and it's going to fucking kill us. It's 10,000 miles wide. Like that's what it's going to be. Everybody freak out. Oh, your dollar's worth nothing now. I hope you're all right with that. And we're transitioning over treasury notes. But Three Eye Atlas is coming, and you better fucking freak out. That's what the news cycle is going to be. Like this thing wasn't supposed to have these trajectories, and now the plumes are facing towards the sun. And look at it slowing down, and now it's turning towards us, and now it's coming. Oh my God, we need to fucking freak out. But you don't really need to freak out. First of all, if it
by
is
the way,
coming towards us,
go vote in New York State. Go fucking make sure your fantasy lineups are set for week 11 of the NFL season, and by that will be about a month into the NHL season, and maybe the Sabres would already have 3 wins. So I said it. As long as you can go to fucking, as long as the circuses are on television and there is fresh bread from the bakery that you go to every single day, wherever you are in America, nothing will change. So until that day, then it's going to get rowdy when things get shut down again for
I
whatever
can't
reason.
wait for like Odell Beckham that fucking came out and said, "Yeah, taking Bitcoin in my salary wasn't such a bad idea, was it?" And then it's zero. Yeah, it was. It was a bad idea. I can't wait. I can't wait. I saved
That
it
is
for
so
weeks so
ruthless.
that I can fucking do it. I can't wait.
Because yeah, I do actually. That's funny. Well, what else is there in news today? Oh, did you see this? This is interesting. The United States, what is it? The Secretary of War now, not the
The
Secretary of
Hegseth.
Defense. And yes, Hegseth in the Pentagon says that there's new rules that the media companies have to abide by in order to be allowed to cover them from the Pentagon. and literally every single news station said no. Like even the right leaning ones, like every single one of them were like, no way. They're trying to do something that's like unprecedented level of like secrecy within the Pentagon right now. And every news organization was like, no.
So
What is that?
when we start talking about tyranny, this is the shit I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
So I am if anybody on here thinks that I am a Trump fan, I am no longer a Trump fan. I am a nobody fan. I am a your family fan. I am looking out
Yeah.
for
We're
your
people
family.
fans. We're fans of the
So
people, the regular everyday Americans who are just fans of themselves. That's what we're fans of. We're a fan of you too, buddy.
yeah, it fucking
It's
the
not looking great on the freedom department.
no, and
Freedom of press there is like, ooh, kind of a First Amendment issue here. And if like the press would go to court against the Pentagon and then win or at least expose something of what they're trying to do or what they're trying to hide, it's very interesting. It's an
it's
interesting development, and it does not trend well for the people that are currently there.
it's a problem because the more he does this, the more control that this administration tries to take. Literally, they're trying to take control.
They're imposing
The
it.
the
They're
more
imposing it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, right now we've got Palantir looking at everybody through every single
Mm.
camera. So, like,
Hi,
we're
Palantir.
under a surveillance state. We've been under a surveillance
Yeah.
state since fucking 9/11, and we don't wanna
It
fucking
should
admit it.
work better though. I mean, it should work in theory. It should work better at finding people who are about to do atrocities. Like that's what I'm saying is like if they have access to all of it already, like what Snowden literally warned us of, you know, like why aren't they using it better? Well, that's the whole theory of like they want chaos. They literally need talking points. They need us to continue to hate and fight each other. So it's like that is the ultimate, like
Like,
obvious
how do
thing
you
to say.
know
You could point to and be like, why? Because they have the tools available to stop these people from doing mass shootings and all of this fucking shit, but they choose not to. They have profiles on these people, but they
and
choose
why
not
did they
to.
meet
Like,
with them a
why
week
does that
and a
keep
half
happening?
before? And why
Yeah,
did
like
they have
what's
a sudden influx of money and then a sudden influx of ammunition and guns from the FBI? How does that work? How does he have
how does it
16
how does it
phones?
work where how
How
does
does
it
his
work to
apartment
me
get
where they
completely
always
empty?
say there's voices? They
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
blame voices. Like,
That's
and
interesting. Maybe he
that
has
to
a
me
view.
is the creepy part of it. Like that one to me is like the dark. Yeah, yeah. That's a dirty. It's a crazy thing which has been proven to be real. It's not even a conspiracy. We don't need a bell for MK Ultra. It's a thing,
Do you think
and could
so?
very well we be active still.
Here's another crazy fucking theory I got, right? So you notice how like
Oh boy,
all of the music has kind of changed to shit music that you don't really know what anybody's saying.
it's just tones. It's just tones of electric noise. Yeah,
Seems like some
dumb down
sort
tones.
it kind of seems like sort of like a hypnotical kind of like yeah, I got to bob
It,
my
it,
head
it
to it. Yeah,
does.
I got to tap my foot to it. Huh? You're kind of controlling my fucking body with music, you motherfuckers. Like I don't know, but maybe you should
That's a
stop listening
that's
to
a hell
music.
of a theory. Well, you
Music.
know that you know the old school theory is that the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and all of them were actually CIA operatives to bring that type of music, that type of culture to America to liberalize and yeah, like you know what I mean, like that. Those are all old. Could be true, could not be true. Frank Sinatra, the mafia, all that shit. You know,
Fucking Diddy
everything
got
else
off. You're gonna tell me it's not true?
it's all out there for the taking for people to look up themselves, and it's pretty much all true. Okay, but I also love music. I love to go to concerts. Music is I've actually since having to drive a grandma rental car recently, which is a Kia, which I just am constantly on edge of just leaving anywhere. Try to run inside a fucking gas station real
Is it
quick
a
or something.
push button?
No.
Oh,
Oh
you're fine.
yes.
It is a push button? If
But
it's a
the
push
the
button, you're
lock
fine.
button the lock button's different. It's a new one. It's a push button, yeah.
Yeah, then you're fine. They won't steal it.
Yeah, it's a newer one. Anyways, the music that I listen to now in the morning instead of the talk. So it's the cycle, right? When the Bills suck, I like, I try not to listen to as much sports radio because it's just shitting on them the entire time. And then eventually I'll go back and listen to it later
Rightfully
in the
so.
week. But like during the day, I listen to it from like the afternoon time. Like I gotta hear it. They're trashing us. We deserve it. But in the morning, I just put on the dead radio or I put on, you know, the Spectrum, which is like great. They got Sirius XM is what I'm saying. It's great. I'm driving with a free Sirius XM. It's it's just like you can hear music and makes you feel a little more awake. It can make you feel a little calm down after you're stressed. It could, get you hyped up to do something, or just at the very least, just put you in a better mood than you would be listening to people just talk. Like you just have to have that every now and then. It just cleanses you, and it's like it could just be a random radio song that you hear all the time, and just fucking love the song. Just listening to it while you're driving, wherever you are, while you're working.
Doesn't that say that
Music
it's
is
some
essential,
sort
but
of
it has to
mind
be
control?
good music, right? But it has to me. It's not. It's what we're innate as humans to respond to noises, to frequencies, to sounds. So that's not lost. We just have a different style of music than the ancient Phoenicians and people that lived before the times of the Göbekli Tepe, like all that
Oh,
shit.
when
They
we were
still
enlightened
probably
and
had
stuff.
music, right? They had their own type of music and rhythm and frequencies and all that shit. It's just now well, now the music is awful. But like when we were living, it's like, dude, what better time ever to have like a good hip hop rap scene from like the early 2000s.
And you
Like
notice
just
what I noticed from
the
our
greats.
youth of music? It was either gang banging or banging. That was it. It was either I'm
I
gonna
mean,
shoot all you niggas. I almost said it. I'm gonna shoot all you fuckers, or I'm gonna bang
it's
all these bitches.
it's your so the yes, but there was also like the other. So like in that time of era, there was a shift. It was mostly like party, like clubbing,
Yeah, fucking
like
in
in
the
it, and
club.
it kind of kept right.
In the
What it
club.
kind of yeah,
In the club.
exhibit or not exhibit. Jesus Christ, what am I thinking? Not fucking exhibit.
Jeezy.
Uh,
Isn't that Jeezy?
no, fucking ludicrous. I want to put you in the candy store, like just all that whole entire song. We could do it in the
50-yard
White
line.
House. I'm gonna hit it with the lights out. Champagne with the can thing. Let me do the damn
The
thing.
damn
What's my
thing.
name? What's my
What's my
name?
name?
What's my
What's
name?
my
Oh,
name?
designer jacuzzi in the back row
Back
at the
row in the movie.
movies. Like just an entire song of where he's gonna fuck this broad.
Or weed.
you
And
had to,
then you got
you
Ludacris
had
with
to be
blueberry
there.
yum yum.
Oh, get your lighters, roll your sticky. Let's get high. Let's get high. Got that blueberry yum yum, and it's that
That fire,
fire.
that fire.
I get a bit of blueberry yum yum, but I never would have thought that it tastes good.
Good.
Thank God for the man that put it in my
My
hood.
hood.
Dude, you just had to be there in high school, rolling a blunt, driving around when weed was highly illegal.
Oh, yeah.
You get some UPMs and really getting yourself in some trouble
You know
over a
what I
freaking
heard
over
fucking
some
the other day?
roaches, over a roach.
I fucking was outside of my work and one of the couriers rolled up and fucking all I heard was, "I got 5 on it." I was like, "No fucking way. Still play that song? That's fucking dope."
Yo,
Fucking
that is an
Bone Thugs. Let's
absolute
go.
classic. I got five
I'm
on it,
on it. Everybody knows that
and
song.
I'm on it so easy. I got five on it. Let's go tap for tag.
I
Oh
was
man,
fucking hoping first of the month came on, man. That shit is dope.
any of like the just those like a lot of one hit wonders in the '90s. Late '90s rap was good, and then you just get the emergence of legends of like I like Ludacris. I think he's up there for me, honestly. He's got some just bangers. Like he tells very graphic stories, but he tells them so well. And he's got great beats.
Honestly,
But Shady,
a sneaker in that area,
yeah.
right? Andre 3000.
Oh yeah.
That dude
Oh
can
yeah.
weave a fucking story, and you're just captivated by
And
it.
the game, then to get the same bombs over Baghdad. Talk about a soothsayer on that.
Yeah.
That came out like months before 9/11.
That shit was insane.
And it was, or no, before Iraq, maybe. I can't remember when
Iraq.
it came out. It was
Yeah.
probably right around that time, though. Oh man, we could go on for days of how good. But I would say the legends of the era, Slim Shady, Wheezy, like it just came out like in their peak to me are just separated from all other of those era rappers of the level of and in Eminem's realm of almost creating troll rap and just being so just raw when he was on drugs. So those first like 3 or 4 albums are just fire.
Fire.
And it's
And
so
then
personal. It's like just and then it's like, okay, he got sober. Damn. Okay. But
now he
like
just
Wheezy
does shit
never ducked.
without
I mean,
beat.
he
Full
eventually just got
stop.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Like
came
these
out with
guys are
Rap
now in their
God.
like
Okay,
fucking Eminem's a grandfather.
I get you.
Yeah.
You're a rap
Like I
god.
mean,
Okay, fade off to whatever you got to fade off to. Don't come out with your fucking. I'm just rapping in a
yeah.
fucking alleyway, fucking bullshit, dude. That's not you. All right, that's not you no more. You make fucking billions of dollars just by sitting in a fucking
Yeah.
chair. Fuck off. You're not going to a rap
Yeah.
battle. All right.
Yeah. The royalties. Dude, have you ever seen that? Oh, we might have to show this to end it. I wanted to maybe just play a song out like we used to, if it's possible.
Oh, I
I don't
got
know
one.
if you're
I
able to
got
hook that
one.
up.
Singles,
You got one
doubles,
lined up?
triples, dingers,
Not that one.
singles, doubles,
Not that
triples,
one.
dingers.
It's gotta be something that's more like classic. I'll leave it up to you to whatever it is. If it's
All
the
right.
Dinger song, so be it. But um what was I just about to say? I got too stoned to actually remember what the fuck we were gonna say. I was about Eminem. Oh, the rap battle in 8 Mile. So there's the edit online, which is the one of the funniest edits ever of a movie, and it's basically him, and he's like getting ready to start rap battling. It's like dun, 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 dun. And he turns around and starts going, "I have a structured settlement, and I need cash now." And then
Oh,
then
J.G. Wentworth.
it pans to the whole crowd. Go, JG, it's on the cash now.
If that was actually a fucking commercial, I would call them. Just fucking call them. That's awesome.
Like you guys nailed it. It actually is probably the best commercial they've ever had via troll on the internet. It's just so good. It's just it lines up so perfectly.
Even
I have a
with
structured
B Rabbit fucking all
settlement, and I
sprung out and
need
everything,
cash.
looking at him, looking at Papa Doc. I need
All of them. All, yeah, he's
and
like,
I
yeah, turns around. Structured settlement, and I need cash now. The whole crowd. Cash, it's on the cash.
that's fucking dope.
I'll find it. If you could pull it up and share it, it is a classic. Just look up 8 Mile JG Wentworth. I guarantee you'd be able to find it somewhere. Well, that was some news and some nostalgia there to end the combo episode. Any other updates on humanity? Oh, here's a good one to end on. We can even fit in some Astro Anthology to this episode.
Oh, that's terrible.
The Pope was gifted a white horse today.
What the fuck does that mean?
There is a line in the Revelations 6:2, I believe it was when someone had shared it, or 6:4, and it said, and sat atop a pale horse, and he was the evil to reign the whatever onto the earth is of all of the earth's whatever beasts and again paraphrasing, but if you look it up, someone pointed directly to it. It's on. I saw it on Disclosed TV, and its name is Proton.
I don't like that.
What do you think about that one?
I don't like
What
that.
do you think about that one?
I don't like that at all. You know this is the last pope, right?
I think it's shaping up to be.
Well, I mean, there is no other.
He is American.
After this one, there is no other. Like the list stops with this one.
How is that the case?
There was a list that was fucking came out. I don't know. I don't know the full story, so I kind of hesitated on bringing it up. But there was.
So it could be a 4chan story.
I think
Is it
no,
4chan?
I don't. I think it's
I can't
scribed
remember
on
what
a
it's called.
fucking stone. To be honest, that had like
Okay, on a
all
stone,
yeah, like
all the names
all of the Pope names
of,
and
of what their okay, because like what their name will be.
yeah,
I thought they got to pick it, but this is like a
they did.
predictory one or
But yeah,
predictory.
this guy fucking said these are going to be the popes, and this is the last one.
Interesting.
And now he's getting a pale horse, huh? And Israel just had red
The
heifers at some for some reason they practice sacrificing because we always practice on how to sacrifice things. So
yeah, that's normal. Totally normal.
so we got the red heifers in Israel. Fucking, I'm pretty sure sooner or later Trump's gonna say I'm gonna build a temple in Jerusalem, which will just fucking in whatever peace you thought you had in the Middle East won't be, and then
Mm.
the economy's gonna crash. It's gonna be great. Fucking banger time to be alive. Let me tell you.
Yep. And and the days get shorter
Shorter.
for a while.
Yeah, till like
And the
March.
weather gets colder and people don't get enough sunlight and everyone goes just a little crazy. Yeah, perfect timing for it.
Can't wait.
In fact, that has to be roughly around the time of daylight savings, is it not?
I think right around. I think the election in
It's
November is right
beginning
around.
it's beginning of November.
Yeah, great. Can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm so psyched
that's
to
gonna be
be
fun.
alive right now. I'm not even joking. Like, to be honest, as much as misery as this life has given me thus far, I am still happy to be here.
Oh,
Like,
me too. It's a fun time.
things are
It's an absolute
fucking
fun spin around the rock.
it's insane. It's insane to
Yeah,
the point where
it's a
it
fun
is
spin around the
so
rock.
insane where I had to step back and just live my life for a minute and not get caught up
Yeah,
in all this bullshit. Like, that's insane that the world is like, how does Trump not have a heart attack? Because like I had to step away from all the shit and he's
yeah,
just bombarded with the real shit of like, hey, 70,000 just died in fucking Gaza and another 30,000 died in Ukraine, and it's your fucking fault because you can't broker these peace deals. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, yep.
I'm not even in those countries. What are you talking about?
It is crazy. I mean, there's so much that has to be done at that level. But my dream of getting that fourth home run for Vlad has just died before my very eyes. It was close.
Fourth?
Sorry, second home run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot. My bad.
Sober October is really going well right now.
It keeps me sane, people. It's my medicine.
So yeah, the
They don't
fucking
fuck with
economy's
my
going to shit.
medicine.
What else is going on in the fucking news?
Well, the news tonight is that we've
China.
been doing this for an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So probably should wrap it up, but we hit China. Is there like a lighter side of the news that we could get to? Is there any type of light news out
Three
there
Eye Atlas is
in
coming to
the
the world
realms?
and is going to save us. So it's crazy to me.
That's
Like,
true.
I saw this
I've
comedian.
been looking forward to that.
So I was watching this comedian and he fucking said like the government said aliens are real, and he goes, "Yeah, maybe they could help." Like, for real though, maybe they could help. Like, they've in the past we've had visitors like
Well,
it's inscribed on walls and shit, and they helped. So maybe we're gonna get some help.
what I'm gonna say, what's to say they haven't helped it right now? Not necessarily to the point of like helping everyone in a mass reveal of them, which could still happen. Which this could be it,
Miami.
but I doubt it. Yeah, that's still a mystery that it's just seemed to never like just it's completely disappeared into the ethers, like it like never happened. It's kind of crazy.
I will always bring
When you
that
think
up.
about that Miami Mall, the Miami Mall incident is kind of like that new like we saw it all at the beginning, and then it's like you can't even hardly find those images anymore. It's been memory hold
There's fucking ghost
intentionally.
people, bro. People that were teleporting people from inside were saying. Like, they were there
They
and
were
then they weren't. Like, that's teleportation.
yeah,
I don't know what else you're fucking saying,
yeah.
but
They almost like they flicked it or whatever it was, and it was like, no, no, too early, too early. What? Gotta come back in a couple other years. Oh shit.
oh fuck.
Okay.
We fucked it up. We fucked it up. Sorry.
We
Sorry.
I gave ourselves away. Call them up. Call our guys on the inside. Where? Earth, idiot. Call them up. Where the fuck are they? Hi, how you doing? Yeah, I just fucked up in Miami. You're gonna need a team down there. Oh yeah, big one. Yep, code 5, code 5, the big boys. Yep, memory, all of it. Yep,
Jerry
the Men
got
in Black.
loose. I don't know how it happened, but he's in Miami. You need to get down there.
There's people in the streets. There's people in the streets losing their minds. There's footage. There's definitely footage. Yep,
There's
should be
definitely, yep.
footage.
Hack everybody's phone,
We
delete
fucked
that
up.
shit.
We came in about
Oh,
3.5, 4 years early.
did you hear about the people at Charlie Kirk's thing saying that their fucking video is getting tampered with?
I saw that.
That's insane.
It's hard to verify those types of things, honestly,
Well, honestly, it was all a
because I mean, I
Hollywood
see
set
that.
because it was all
It
AI.
is kind of crazy.
I don't think Charlie Kirk is
Boy, that's a hell of a theory. I mean, they would have had to have a great amount of random looking angles of everything, and people that were like filming, which people would film normally anyways, but to the extent of how many angles and people were filming at the same time is kind of crazy to me. And the guy that went like this just went like that, like
Mhm.
as he looked over and like the guy next to him did like some type of sign, and he like turned immediately at that moment and went and hit it and just touched it, and then like where'd it come from? Because you can see people look over real quick as it happened, like they heard it there.
Mhm.
There's so many theories on Charlie Kirk. We'll never get to the bottom of it. It'll be like the or the JFK
It's
assassination
our
or the
JFK.
RFK assassination. Yeah,
History repeats itself, and we're fucking seeing it in lifetime of everything repeating, just fucking condensed. It's fucking crazy how much shit is
yeah,
actually repeating, and nobody gives a fuck. Like we all care,
yeah.
but we don't care enough.
No, we
Like
don't care nearly enough.
even if you
There's too many distractions.
even if you think Charlie Kirk is dead, someone just got shot for talking, and we're
Hmm.
not up in arms about it. Like no, we're just like nah. These
Well,
bitches.
some people celebrated it,
Yeah, and they
so
got lost their jobs, rightfully so, if you think he's dead, but
it's so he's dead. So the yeah, I mean the thing of it is there's too many differing opinions to anyone to really unite anything. Like
I
the
thought this was the
fake
administration of
battle.
transparency. Where's the
So
transparency?
oh, buddy, that went out the window day one. I mean, so did a lot of things. So did a lot of those, like always, campaign promises. That's what it is. It's about the trail. It's not about actually delivering on, every promise you made. If you bat 200 or 300, you're feeling good about yourself. But most of that is bullshit. And you knew that. You had to have known that going into it.
I
But
thought it was gonna
I
be
will
bullshit.
say one
I'm not
thing,
gonna lie.
what you thought was going to happen, and we can end on this. I forgot about this part of the Snowden tweet.
Okay,
He said there's going to be tribunals and they will be on live TV.
good.
So
The problem that I
we'll
have
see who actually goes up there.
the problem that I have is Snowden doesn't know shit. He
He might
may
not.
have
I mean, he's
he may have used to know shit, but I can guarantee you the one person that won't be able to get into anything, even if he tried to hack it, is that motherfucker. Okay?
yeah,
There is one person that will not be able to access dick, and it's that motherfucker. They're gonna
I
make
just
sure
wonder
that
where he gets this type of boldness to
the fucking CIA,
predict it.
he's a plant.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He knows the inside path of it.
I have hung my hat on those goddamn tribunals for far too fucking long to say that they're actually gonna fucking happen. To
Yeah,
where the person that was supposed to quote unquote save us is just in bed with the people that are quote unquote evil of this world. Like, how am I supposed to believe that anything's going to happen? I heard that
yeah,
Ghislaine Maxwell is up for a fucking pardon. What are we doing?
yeah.
Like,
It's
are we
it's
going to have Ghislaine Maxwell come up and say he did it? Because she's going to die. So, what are we doing? Like,
yeah. There's too
there's,
much. There's too much at stake for that to happen. Like
yeah.
there. That's the thing. Is like if that's really what's holding up, like
If
the
that's
actual
why the
vote.
reason for the fucking government shutdown, so we
Wow.
all talk about the shutdown, and he's actually pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, and that comes out in the later, they're fucking gonna want to hang Trump because his whole
Yeah,
base is saying Epstein files, Epstein files, Epstein files, and he's ignoring them.
Yeah, because
Like,
he's
why
in
are
it.
we still talking about this guy? What do you mean, why are we still talking about this guy? Because you need to fucking take
Yeah,
Tom Hanks and all of his goonies underneath him and get him the fuck out of there. That's why we're talking about Epstein, because fucking get them all out.
yeah.
Everybody.
There. That's the thing is like, would it be that type of tribunal or other types
It
where it's
can't be that
just
type of tribunal because he's on the
is
fucking
because he's
list.
yeah because he's implicated. So it's like it wouldn't be that, which is what most people want.
It's funny how
Like
Elon
it's
Musk
what
said that
most
he was
good
on
people want.
the reason Elon Musk came out and said that the reason that the Epstein files weren't getting released was because Trump was on them. And then it
Yeah,
comes
I
out
mean,
that Elon was on the fucking Epstein list. So
how the hell was Elon on, man? He wasn't even that popular back when it was like a thing, like a
he
ring
was
of
having
gas.
dinners with he had PayPal.
Yeah,
He had PayPal and he was having dinners with fucking Epstein, going to his fucking island. So
everybody's in.
everybody's implicated.
Yeah,
That's why there won't be tribunals. That's why this shit won't ever fucking happen because literally everybody would have to be hanged, and it's never going to happen
at the very least, they'd all be
unless
incarcerated.
we unless we
They'd be removed from their positions. But like most of them, it could never get to that point, like you said, because of how it's a master class, and it's right now it's more of just a show than anything to keep people from seeing what's happening behind the scenes. What we've talked
the
about, the
one thing
rush to
that I
precious
believe
metals,
the one
the
thing that I
potential
have
huge shift.
the one thing that I have said that I believe in for from the beginning is that we are watching a fucking movie play out.
Yeah,
I thought I knew the ending of the movie. They fucking got me. Now they're fucking going hard right, and I don't know what the fuck's about to happen. And
yeah.
I kind of like knowing what was going to happen with the movie, but I also kind of like not knowing what's going to happen with the movie because it's
Well, it's more
make it all more
suspenseful.
exciting.
Yeah, to
Because
have more
if
of an
the
unknown.
tribunals happen, I will be rubbing it in everybody's fucking face. But I also don't think they're going to happen. But if it does happen, everybody will know. I fucking told you my facts. Like my entire family is going to hear a lot, because I've gotten some shit, and
For that particular prediction.
uh not that particular one, but I've gotten some shit with the things that I've said, and
Yeah,
that was amongst the many things that I've said in my stupidity. But my family will hear a lot. I told
if it
them,
happens.
I told them from the get go that you all need to stop watching Disney and shit, and they didn't listen. So when that all comes out, that they were all fucking programming your brain, that'll be fun.
Well, that's obvious. I mean, most of the entertainment is programming. It's they call it
Everything is.
programming.
If
They call it programming. You used to
since
get what
since
in the mail.
2003, we've been propagandized. So
You get
that's
your
why
TV guide. You get your programs.
that's why that's part of the reason why I'm turning on Trump, because within 3 seconds you could undo one thing that Obama did, which was the Smith-Mundt Act, and get the propaganda off our fucking televisions. But
Yeah,
he doesn't do that, and then he just makes arbitrary rules for the press to come in, which seems like a free First Amendment infringement. And I don't know. This whole country is topsy turvy. I'm very excited to see where it comes out. I'm also very frightened to see where it comes out because it's always
yeah.
darkest right before dawn, and we haven't even seen the dark of night yet. So
It's definitely there's
it's gonna
definitely
get ugly.
more that's going to come out, especially if it's going to be around this time of election season of next year, whenever it is. I mean, there's a lot
If
of things converging into once right now that
if
are
there
just
were
above and beyond
anything
what we can comprehend.
if there was anything like earth shattering that were to happen of the government or anything, I do believe the time is now, because so many people are pushing that three eye atlas, and because the moment that the government turns back on, people are going to be like, "Hey, what about that comment? Hey,
Yeah,
hey, hey, the thing that you've been watching through the whole government shutdown that you say that you don't have funding for, but I know you've been watching with all the fucking telescopes that are on Mars and in space that you say exists. Can you just tell me what's going on with that comment? Because that's going to be the first fucking question,
yeah.
and then immediately something will happen." So that we're all fucking glued to, we saw it wiggle, so it's definitely under power, and then something will happen. You know, that's my prediction.
It's kind of crazy all the different angles of the thing, though. Like if people like again, it's deciphering what's real, what's not, what's bullshit. You can look at. I told you my methods when you kind of look back at a reputable, somewhat account that just looks like they have different random shit. The grainier the image, the more realistic it is to me.
Eh,
But
in this day and age, though,
I do think that most of these people are just regular people, like moral people who just not normal people, but people who have telescopes. Like, how do you have that type of telescope as a private citizen?
you have to realize that everybody on X that you probably are following is
Oh, I
paid
don't
for by
follow any of
some.
those people.
I'm just saying that anything that you're seeing on X is probably a retweet or stolen from somebody else and paid for by a
Well,
fucking
yeah,
bot farm.
some of them are
Most
bot
of them.
farms. You can see the bot
Most of them.
farms.
I bet you the actual usage rate of X from real humans to bots is about 10%,
You think it's 90% bot?
100%. Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
that's a lot of bot. That's a lot of bot farms. Did you see
And
my
it's
story video
all
on the troll farm? Did I show you that one?
no,
And show you my troll farm?
I don't
I'll
think
send
you
it to
did.
you after.
But I think it's all to prop up fucking Elon's huge mistake of buying X.
Eh, maybe. I mean, that would be just a. He was saying how he wanted to get rid of the bots, and instead he just wrote his own algorithm of bots for everyone to fight each other,
That's
or two
exactly
bots
what he
going
did.
at it.
And then he
Yeah.
monetized it. So that if you pay you got to pay to play, and then
Hmm.
if you shill even harder for your whatever company you're doing, you're going to get more views because I'm going to boost your ratings because you're shilling for these people, for the people
Yeah.
that I want you to shill for. So shill harder, get paid more, but you got to be in the club to make any money. And if you're not in the
Yeah.
club, or if you say anything against my club, then you're just out and your viewership just goes right to the toilet. But don't ask
Yeah.
Elon, because if you ask Elon about it, there are no rating scores. There's no social credit score on
We
X.
always have it. We also always have an issue of podcasting on X. That's the one that never works.
Never
We
works.
just go straight for Rumble and YouTube. Even
YouTube.
YouTube's better now.
Fucking even YouTube's not fucking banning our goddamn videos no more. Like what? YouTube was the first people to be
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Nah, you said fuck too many times. You're banned." Like what?
No, it was just an immediate like we're doing aliens or whatever. The early days of 2020 COVID conspiracies, and it was like, bing, bye. Nowadays it's a different animal. But no, there's definitely some truth to just how chaotic it has to get, and for people to really lose their marbles and start to like come together. And I think, like you said, the only thing really of uniting anyone together in a big type of Project Blue Beam type thing would be like an alien attack.
Yeah, for
And they'd be
sure.
like, oh, okay, we actually do have to put aside our differences because we have the arrival of Three Eye Atlas and everything is different now. What's happening? And then they usher in the dollar, blah, 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 everything else. And it's like, that was just not real or whatever it is. It's just that's the ultimate unifier of mankind. It would have to be from above. It's almost like spiritual in
The
a way.
problem that I
The bit
foresee
Scientologist spiritual, but
The problem that I
it
foresee with
tracks.
that is that they have been working so hard to make everybody angry at everybody that I don't even think we can come together for that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's almost like you're playing a game of Civ, and it's just the people of different ideologies of religion is what it usually comes down to. And that's kind of my theories on everything is that all these religions are related in similar ways, but divvied off in sects of spirits, which could also be considered extraterrestrial life. It could be us. We don't know what it is.
I think
It's
it's all
something
the
spiritual.
divisions of the original children of Adam.
Right. It's just they all the different seers. I would go a step further and to think that there's almost it's not like a full Men in Black style diversity of them, but there's different kinds, and they are representative of different places that ultimately had different levels of hierarchy on this planet, and that is kind of where majority of religions come from is when they've come back and visited in different forms. Again, some are like Nords, some are Greys, some had the eyes and heads of hawks or snakes,
Cat
right? Like cats.
cats make no
Uh,
sense.
Yeah, I mean, we'll ever figure out the Sphinx is a cat, right? They'll ever figure that out? I mean,
That's what
it's
they say.
you'd be pressed to see what's underneath that.
Yeah.
And like when the pyramids, because what you're looking at is relics of civilization that did not used to be desert.
Yeah.
It, and the thousands
Lush
and
land.
think of tens to 15,000 to 20,000 years ago. We can't think that far because most people are like most archaeologists, all these people fucking on the same narrative. They're like, nope, this is when humankind goes. Well, Gobekli Tepe just threw your fucking theory into the trash.
Right to
So
the
humans are actually older than that. So that's just what we know now. Now imagine we continue to find more things around the world, which is possible because now people are really looking for it.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, well, this one's actually 30,000 years old. So let's go back 30,000 years to what Egypt would have been like and start digging there
Yeah.
and start figuring out, wait a minute, this is the real leftover civilization of 30,000 years ago or 20,000 years ago, whenever before the flood.
Yeah.
And the water levels, all of that. See what you find. But in a dark, twisted way, which I don't want to believe in, but because of the enemy of my theory on all of that religion, Earth's history, because a lot of my own theories of religion and spirituality has very much to do with what I think could have happened before we have recorded history.
Hmm.
Is as soon as it just gets to peak and they think there's no saving them again, wash them out. And there's always survivors. There's always people that repopulate the earth, but it's a cleansing of the perceived evils. And buddy, I gotta tell you, there's a lot of it out there these days.
There is, but also in those religions, they, well, at least one religion, he says they'll never wash the earth again. So
Well, I hope that's the case.
I'm not saying that something worse can't happen, but he
Yeah,
said
like
that
fire and brimstone.
yeah,
Like that would suck too.
that would suck worse. I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's
On that
getting to be
upbeat
that
note,
time. We won't get washed out because he said in some book it won't happen again. This was
that was
great, man.
written by man.
We crushed it. I figured this had been a good like hour 30. We went for over 2. We hit on sports, we hit on news, we hit on religion. We did a full trifecta tonight. We hit the trifecta
Killed
of
it.
content. That is the Leaving Earth experience. Anything else to say as we see ourselves out?
That one viewer that has been watching this entire time, we love you.
Shout out to you. I hope you're in a crazy country. If we find out that you are in some type of analytic that we could run at a later time, we will shout you out. We will try to learn a fun fact about that place that you're from. Even if you're just from one of our buddies, we'll try to tell a good story about you or whatever. But thanks, one viewer.
Perfect. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, this has been Mortal Sportsman, almost more like a just leaving Earth anthology. But
I think when
I
we
am
do
your
these
man,
episodes,
Beaver
we should
Craft.
just call it the Leaving Earth trifecta.
Yeah,
That's just a just call it the trifecta episode. And we don't have one of those, so post it on whatever channel gets the best viewership.
perfect. So I am BJFF. This is my cat Hobbs.
Hobbsy, looking good, pal. Coming in, he's like, "Hey, you guys wrapping up yet?"
Yeah, where are you going? Are you coming to bed?
All right, my dog.
All right, man.
I appreciate all of you, the listeners, that is left. Keep each other entertained. Do the right thing. Be holy in your own type. Love yourself. Love thyself. And take it easy.
Peace.